now and here. Gaming tales you need to hear. Laugh and shout and sometimes sneer. Memories from all those years. Console wars and secret tips. Tips and tricks from pixel trips. News that pours from gaming sips. Critical minds and candid lips. And Generation X gaming show. Tune in where the thoughts flow. Rant and rave with words that glow. Weekly stories make them go.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week, another episode of Generation X Gaming, the weekly podcast that goes over a few of the top stories from the past week, and we rant along the way. I'm your host, 30 and Still Gaming, and joining me each and every single week is Sgt Mclusky. What's going on, bro?
Bing, bang, boom. Another week down.
We're almost done with October, my friend.
Click, 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 click. I keep telling you, bro.
Like last week was that made me laugh. You're like, ah.
Click, click, click.
On today's show, we're going to be talking about what we've been playing.
I'm already have pages saved, like different websites that I have saved.
Yeah.
And every 2 days, I go back to them and refresh them and look to see what's on sale and what's not on sale. I'm already getting ready for Christmas stuff.
Okay.
You have to start looking. You have to start.
I was trying to look at chat. I was trying to look at chat, and I put it on my wrong screen. I was like, "Why am I looking down over here?" I was like, "Oh, there it is." Because I try to put chat right above the camera. On today's show, we're going to be talking about. I played a lot of different games this week, Sarge. So you probably played nothing. So I'll probably be talking a lot.
I worked, man.
We're talking about Call of Duty. Call of Duty's upcoming game. We're going to talk about Arc Raiders. We're going to talk about Destiny 2 announcement. They're bribing people to come back, Sarge. We're going to talk about Steam. We're going to talk about Steam. Steam. We're talking about Microsoft. We're going to be talking about the future of consoles, Sarge. We're going to be talking about Fallout 4 remastered or anniversary edition. Not a remaster. It's not a remaster. It's the anniversary edition. We're going to talk about Fallout 76 upgrade coming out. We're going to talk about Ubisoft. We're going to talk about Battlefield 6. We're going to talk about journalists all getting fired. And we're going to talk about, I think that's it. Oh, and EA Madden Football. We're going to talk about that as well.
Bro,
all on
so fucking mad,
today's episode. GXG, Generation X Gaming, weekly podcast that goes over a few of the top stories in the past week, and we rant along the way. Episode 462. You can watch the past broadcast right here on YouTube, or you can go to the Spotify, Anchor.fm, anywhere a podcast is listened to. And if you do listen to the audio version or watch this on the Spotify version, let us know. Like, leave a review over on Spotify, leave a comment, leave something over there, so we know that hey, not only do you watch it here, maybe sometimes you watch it on the road, or other places. So let us know over on Spotify. I appreciate it very much.
I fucking hate EA, bro. I fucking hate them.
Yeah, EA, man, they got it again. They got them,
bro. If EA can pay the NFL money to make a game, then anybody should be able to pay NFL to make the game. It shouldn't be this fucking I own it, you can't make it. I'm tired of this shit, dude. I'm tired of it. Tired of this. It's a monopoly, bro. It's a monopoly.
Yet you guys are making fun of my look, which is fine. I don't give a shit. This is not like the tuning is up on the camera.
His shirt's doing
right. My shirt. No, that's my face. Watch. Look. Are you ready? Flashbang's about to happen, guys. Are you ready? Like, if you have sunglasses or something, put them on. Last week, I went to a football game outside. This is Florida boy. I don't wear sunscreen, right? So, look at that shine. Okay.
Put the shirt down, bro.
Yeah. That's so. Just letting you know, this is how red I am. It's not the shirt making my face red. It's how red my face actually is. So, eat it up. Take it all in. Can you imagine if I shaved my beard right now? This part of my face would be pale white.
There'd be so many questions.
It would be pale white.
The comment section
would
have exploded.
What's happening with your face?
Is he okay? Does he have cancer? What's happening?
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. So, I forget the fuck what I was going to say now. Oh, we're about to talk about what we've been playing the last week. But anything happened this week, Sarge? Any stories to tell? Anything
happen? Let's see.
Anything exciting?
Happen. No. Nothing. Nothing. Usually, if something sets me off, I'll remember it. But nothing set me off, so I think I'm all right.
I'll tell you a little story. We're having a garage built, like a shed in the back of our house. Okay,
is this episode still going on?
Yeah, hopefully it ends tomorrow. 6:30 in the morning. It's supposed to start the ending. It's the beginning of the end.
Start off bright and early, 6:30 a.m.
So chat. I don't know. Maybe one of you guys is in construction. You can say this, right? You can let me know if I'm wrong or right or anything. But if I give you dimensions, and I looked it up, and I know some people do the dimensions of length times width times height, and other people do width times length times height, whatever, right? But if I give you a 20 by 40 slab, okay, 20 by 40, which way would you pitch the roof? Okay, it's 20 deep, 40 wide. Okay.
Do I get the answer?
Yeah, go ahead, Sarge. Which way would you pitch the roof?
I'll let Chat do it though. I think I know the answer.
Chat, would you pitch the roof on the 40 part where it goes like this? And it's like this giant like steeple, like it's a cathedral, or would you go on the 20 part to make it where it's a much less angle of the stuff? Which way would you go? We'll play a little do 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 do. Because the guy that told us, he's like, originally when we told him we're building a 20 by 40, he was like, okay, this is what the price is. Okay. Then he got back to us when he came here and said, oh, you told me 20 by 40, it's 40 by 20. And I was like, huh? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, we have to do it the opposite direction. And I'm like, okay. So he says that we have to put more beams across the thing. Now, mathematically, this is just how I work, Sarge. I don't know if you know, I like numbers. Okay. So if you had to go on the 40 peak, okay.
The beams are longer.
They're taller, and there's 5 of them because it's shorter, right?
Yeah.
So you only need 5.
Yeah.
Okay. But you got to go 40, right? You got to go 20 up, 20 up. So that you're going, right? So 5 times 20 is what? It's 200, right?
Yeah.
5 times 20, right? Well, right. Then we need 9 going the opposite direction.
Times height. I got you.
Right? 9 times, okay, 20 now is 180. And yet for some reason, he's like, it's more material. I'm like, what's more material? The 9 times 20 feet. I was like, no, that's 180 of material. I was like, the other way is 200 of material because that's the way it is. That's not how it works. I'm like, okay, please explain to me.
The beams are longer. There's less beams, but they're longer as opposed to having more beams and shorter.
That's correct.
It's same.
There's more material.
It's the same amount of material. It's just done different. It's set up in a different way.
No, the 9 is 20 feet shorter than the one that goes 40 feet across with the 5 beams. But, whatever. Anyway, so it's going to be a surprise tomorrow because we don't know what roof we're getting.
Well, it's a hurricane state. You want the lower roof.
No shit.
I mean, I don't understand why this is even why is this even a conversation?
Why is this a converation is exactly right.
You don't want more of a pitched roof during a hurricane state. You want low roofs. Did you ever notice, and here's the segue for the night, did you ever notice that if in South Florida, the houses, before everyone started moving down here and dirtying up the place, okay, that all the roofs east of 95 were all low roofs and flat roofs.
Yeah, they were very low profile.
Weird.
Yeah.
And then when they started building west of 95, they're like, we're going to make these awesome houses. These fucking builders came in. Look at our houses. Our houses are amazing. Look at these roofs, like big rooms, vaulted ceiling. It's amazing. Like, and then when a hurricane comes,
they're gone.
The fucking houses get nuked. But all the houses that were there in the 50s,
that's what our house is.
Still there.
Our house is built
there.
in 1942.
There's no fucking questions, bro. There's no questions why you would build that way.
Yep, 1942 cinder block house.
You want to know why there's no records past? I think it was 37 or 39. They're like, we don't know where the records are before 37. And I like, You want to know why you don't have records before 37? Because they were fucking washed away. All those people died. The buildings got nuked. The town got reduced to nothing. That's why there's no record, because there was no one left to record it.
That's right.
That's why there's no record. It's not a mystery, right? When you look back at shit like, I don't understand why no one kept score. Like, yeah, they kept score until they fucking died, bro.
Until they didn't. Right, until they didn't. Mo says it would be the same, though. It would get 200. No. 20 times 9 times 2 is 180.
We're not going down this road. The material would be a little bit different, but it would be the same amount of material.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's get to like
if
what
he had
playing.
And that's how it would finish. That's how it would finish.
I love that you did that. So, so I cut Sarge off, and Sarge is like, he paused for a second and said, you know what? I'm going to continue going with the story. And he just did it. And I can't hear him. I can see him, but I can't hear him. And he's like, and then he perfectly timed it at the end. That's fantastic, bro. That's fantastic. Yeah.
In short, longer beams, less number, more material. If he had already bought the beams that were,
he didn't. They're custom made.
That doesn't matter, and he's got to get them done anyway.
That's my point. But anyway,
low roof. You're in Florida. End of story. Moving on.
All right. So this past week, I played a crap ton of games. So I don't know if you want me to.
You're so lucky. You don't. How about we do this? How about you don't ask me? Because everyone, chat. What did I play last week? Go ahead.
Well, I can show. No, you could talk about this game, Sarge. You could talk about.
Okay.
You could talk.
I know I work a lot. I don't get to play a lot of games. We'll talk about what you played. We don't need to know my shit, bro.
No, you could talk about this game right here. We both played it.
I'm not insulted. I don't care.
No, but talk about this game. Talk about Sworn. What did you think about it?
Oh, well, okay. Well, I'm going to talk about then. All right, never mind. So this is an old school game, right? Completely old school game. And not only is it old school, it's old school with punishment and super grind future. Like, you have present day grind in an old school game. And by the way, it's not a button masher, because if you don't dodge, you're dead.
Yeah, you have to dodge.
You actually have to know when to dodge and when to attack. This is old school gaming. It's actually kind of refreshing. It was hard to tell, bro. It was hard to tell.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it, though. I liked it a lot. Obviously, with games like this, and there's another game that I played this week that we'll talk about. I played today, Marvel Rivals, their update. Power is everything, man. You have to go for most DP, most damage. That's it. You always go for most damage, right? After a while, I was just doing this slam that I was doing.
The inability to heal properly in this game is the factor. And because of because of the randomness of the levels you're going through in order to accumulate the currency needed to level up your character, it's a grind fest. It's a grind 100%. Fest. Like, old school games weren't grindy; they were just difficult. Like, you had the boss, you had to figure out how to do it because of a pattern, recognize the pattern, know how to dodge. You had to dodge. You had to dodge to win. In the old school gaming, you had to dodge to win. In this game, same principle, except you're not allowed to get the power-ups until you buy the power-ups, and you only get the power-ups if they give you the currency, and they only give you the currency if they give you the level that has the currency, so it's a grind fest, bro. Now, once again, if I was 12 to 17, I'd play this game until my fingers bled. But I don't have the time to go back to this nightmare and keep trying to grind for the satisfaction of knowing that I made it to the end, because you have to keep relearning the boss, and not only do you have to relearn the boss you think that is difficult is no longer difficult. The one beyond him is difficult, and yet there's no continuation.
Yeah, you have to go way. You have to go way back. Yeah, you go all the way back.
You have to defeat the first boss to get to the second boss and to the same round. Yes, right. And those trees aren't fucking around, bro. I wish to level up those trees. I would pick only purple currency every time I saw it
Yeah,
in the
here's
level.
a slam. The slam I'm doing right now is just deleting people. The one question the one thing I have a discrepancy with or a problem with is that obviously I knew the pattern because we got to the second boss multiple times and it took us a long time to beat him, and then we went to the past him and we never got past, and we had to go back and beat him again. But there's no map. Like most of these things show you like, hey, this is the first stage, second stage, third stage, 15th stage, 18th stage. Like, you know where you're going, right? Even that other game I played a couple weeks ago, the deadly zombie game, whatever, deadly walk, whatever it was called. It showed you like, okay, you start at this city and there's a line that goes to this city and there's a line that goes to this city and there's a line that goes to that city. This doesn't tell you anything. There's no, yeah, but you don't know when you're getting to the boss. It's just like, the boss.
But you don't know. Even the god that gives you the ability, he shows you 3, but there's like 12 in the rotation. You don't see the same 3. Like even you weren't seeing the same 3 that I saw. We picked the same god.
Right,
like
it's random.
Always having random. It's random completely.
Yeah, it's random.
I mean, it's actually very challenging. Like I enjoy it, but I cannot see myself grinding it till the end. Like I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. So this was Sworn. So that's one game.
But the old school mentality of finally beating a boss and getting the justification for beating him, and then knowing there's another guy down the road that you have to learn his moves now. Like
right.
that takes time. It takes time.
Well, it's almost like Cuphead. Cuphead was like that when you went to the final stage of the boss fight.
All patterns.
Yeah, once you got past that, because you had to do the craps table at the end of that game. Cuphead, you had to beat 7 bosses in a row to beat the last boss, and if you lost to any of those bosses, you had to start back at the beginning boss and go through all the bosses again to get to that last boss again.
Almost like when you played Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, the first time you played,
and you died during that constant platformer right near the end. If you die, you have to go all the way back to the beginning.
Way back. Yeah.
Bro, brutal.
There was no save. You couldn't shut the game off. Otherwise, you had to start all over again. Yeah.
No save.
Yeah, it definitely felt like that. So that's Sworn. Okay.
That's why anytime I hear anybody complain about grinding or they don't have the time to grind, I don't even hear you anymore. Like I don't even hear the person who says it. If you start talking about I had to change the game, like that's all we did. That's all we did. In order to win a game, you had to find everything in order to kill the guy. If you didn't find everything, you couldn't kill the guy. Right, so you had to grind your ass off, and they kept putting roadblocks in front of you that you had to figure out how to get around the roadblock every fucking time.
But that's the progression. The progression wasn't like, oh, microtransactions, blue boxes, all this other stuff. It was the progression was respecting your time, was learning the boss fight, beating the boss, beating him faster, right? Going back and going, oh, can I beat the game now with 1 life and stuff like that?
Yes.
Now it's not like that. Now it's like you got to give me something. So I can continue on, right?
Wait, you want a cookie? You want a pat on the back? Like, very simple. Do you remember how hard Contra was?
Yes.
When you first played it,
before you did the up, down, down, left, right, left,
no
right.
Konami
no
code.
Just playing the game.
How hard it was.
White.
Repetitive. Learn the guys where they appear, and then you beat it. Eventually, you beat it, right? But it took probably a couple months to learn everything and go through it, right? Then you got the Konami code, right?
And it all went out the window.
All right, and you went right through the game with 30 lives. But now, when I go back, if I play with 3 lives only, I can
go through
I can go through the entire game.
Yeah, I beat it like 3 times in a row without dying.
That's correct.
Yeah,
but that's the grindiness of that kind of game. You don't go, hey man, Cookie, where's my pat on the head? Where's my no? Play the fucking game.
I beat the board. Cookie.
Water. Yep. I beat it 1 time. I
love Ghouls and Ghosts in
one time I did it. One time I did it, and I did it on the NES, not the Super NES, right? I did it 1 time all the way through, freaked out, did it again, right? And then after that, I was like, I am never touching this game again.
Yeah,
swear to God, I think I beat it like 1989 or 90, something like that, and I'm like, never touching it again. And to this day, I haven't played Ghouls and Ghosts.
And to this day, Sarge still has flashbacks of it.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
That game's fucking hard, man. Mega Man Mega Man's good because Mega Man was a giant game of paper, rock, scissors. Not only did you have to learn the boss patterns, but you had to learn on which boss to kill first to make the other ones easier, right? That's how it was. You learn. It's supposed to be a challenge. You overcome an obstacle. A video game back in the past was to teach somebody how to mentally overcome opposition. That's how it was.
Well, it's like anything else.
It's fun, but it's teaching you.
But if I didn't know how to throw a football, I would go outside and pick up a football and then practice throwing a football until I completed a pass. And then you do that over and over, and then you're throwing bombs, and you're actually learning. You're actually trying to do and get better, incrementally better every time you do something. That's how games were.
That's how they were.
That's not how games are. The game is, I can't beat it. Fuck it. And you just go to the next one. Go to the next one.
Or it's, give me the code.
Yeah. How to
beat.
It's one finger, Sarge. They're old people. It's how to beat. Yeah, that's exactly right.
My favorite one was I don't know what it's called, but on the Android, it's the swipe thing. I call it drunk text because I would just spell words by moving my finger across the keyboard, and for some reason, it knew what I was saying. I thought that was the most amazing thing ever. I think that's more amazing.
I mean,
than
that's a combination. It knows if you hit A that there's this many letters with A, and if you hit the second letter, it narrows it down.
I'm spelling out a sentence in my head. I'm going like this, and it knows the word. I'm just saying, I think that's a better wow factor than ChatGPT. Honestly, the drunk text thing is amazing. Mega Man is the GOAT, brain. Like everyone was insane.
Kid Icarus was another hard one.
Bro, that was like the first time I thought the NPCs were ever going to help me. I remember spending all kinds of time getting hammers.
You talking about Icarus?
Yeah, getting hammers to smash them out of the stone so they could help you for the boss. And then when I get to the boss, they just die immediately. I'm like, why am I spending all this time on you guys? I'm spending money. I'm like replaying levels over and over again, trying to collect hearts for currency. I'm like, you guys blow. Like it was like the worst NPC helpers ever.
I remember when we first beat Mega Man. I remember when we first beat Metroid the very first time. Like I remember Akari Warriors.
Oh, bro, horrible game.
That was such
the minute you say the name, the song comes into my head, and now I have to go do something else. Now I got to figure out how to get the song out of my head, because not only was the game long and boring, it made no sense, and you couldn't win every time, because for some reason on the third level there's a secret thing to open up the door in order for you to get to the last actual level. Otherwise the game doesn't actually end.
Right, it doesn't end. But we didn't know there's a special door.
No. So you have to play the 3 hours. You have to play it for 3 hours, 3.5 hours for it to win. Like, bro,
right.
No.
To get there to do the thing.
Same thing, right? Every game that was really hard that pissed me off, if I won, that was it. On the shelf.
You beat it. You put it off to the side. That's it.
On the shelf.
Was there any other games that you played this week besides Boulder Gate 3?
Boulder Gate 1. Boulder Gate 3. Yep. Sworn. And Hell Let Loose. A matter of fact,
Hell Let Loose. You played Hell Let Loose or Helldivers?
No, Hell Let Loose. I want to say this. I want you to know. There's an uptick in Hell Let Loose. Because when I went, and I looked at the servers and things. Because people are playing because
they didn't want to go to Battlefield. They went to Battlefield and went, "Fuck this."
Yeah,
and they went back to Hell Let Loose.
Yeah,
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it.
There's an uptick.
All right, so another game I played, Sarge, is this. I love games like this. I know everyone looks at this and says, "How the hell do you play games like this?" I've always wanted to run my own shop, right? We played TCG Card Simulator early this year, last year, whatever. This time we have table.
Is this on the PC?
It's coming out. It's a demo right now. It's not out until November 2nd.
I might play this because I want to see if I can actually play the game.
You can. I haven't played it yet, but yeah, you can go and play the game, right? I think for what this game is, okay, it's gonna be like $20, $25, whatever it is. Okay, this is fantastic, right? You're just running a business. That's the game. You're running a business, right? You're trying to get the biggest margin, to expand your store, to do other stuff. They added stuff in this, like in TCG Card Simulator, you could play cards or trading card games and stuff like that. That could actually play the battle against other people. In this, you could do board games, and you can do the tabletop game, and you can also paint your guys and stuff like that, right? So Obviously, it's very simplistic because the same 10 people that come into your store, they all look the same. It's the same character models and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you give them names to yourself.
Yeah. You're just doing it yourself, right? So one of the things I like about this game that I wish they kind of went into a little bit more of the business side, I wish there was competing stores. Like there's the market that you could put the market value, but I really wish there was like a store across the street that you're battling up against. You know what I mean? And you have to like compete and put better quality, get those guys to come over to you. You have to run like advertisements and stuff like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, this is their first attempt. I think that would make the game a little too real, right?
Like even if they made it a co-op game where you have a store shop across the way and I have a shop across the way and we're trying to
but then at night I would come and break your window. I would
what was that movie?
Your store at night.
Was it Whataburger? No, not Whataburger. What was that? Good Burger. Good Burger. Yeah, Good Burger. Wasn't there a competitor across the street that they were in competition with?
You know, when I saw the hamburgers in that movie, like from the not from Good Burger, but the other burger place. But
Welcome to Good Burger. Good.
What was the name of the other place? I can't remember the evil burger place. When I looked at the patty, it grossed me out so much that I stopped eating hamburgers for like a couple months. Like I couldn't even look at a hamburger.
I know which one
patty.
you're talking about. I forget what it's called.
Yeah,
but overall, you expand, and as you level up your shop, other things open up to you, so you can expand your shop, more shelves, more product, more books. Right? So you have the rule book, the original rule book. You got dice. You got different versions of the product for different here. So I'll fast forward. Right? I got table games there now where people are playing the actual game on the front of me. They have painting tables. You got multiple products of books, rule books, expansion packs, and stuff like that. Then you can paint. Right? There's like a little mini game that you can do. Let me see if I.
You have to click on the button as fast as possible.
No, well, you have to move the mouse to get to the thing to do it. Let me see if I can find it for you. Oh, I think I passed it.
No, I watched you play it. The little circle appears. You have to click on the. You have to click on the.
Right. And then once you paint it, you can put them up on sale. Right? You can put them up on the table, and it displays the actual pieces and stuff like that. I don't know, man. Not all games need to be this like, Path of Exile-esque or extraction shooters and stuff like. It's like a very simplistic game. It's one of these games that that if you play it, you put a podcast, wink, wink, like GXG in the background as you're playing games like this. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like to do. I like to listen to some certain types of music or listen to podcasts, and then I just play a game like this in the background. So I like it. Same with Roadcraft.
Prices are a little out of control, though. You're charging $100 for a model, bro. That's insane. That's like beyond Games Workshop level, bro.
I mean, look, the market value, I'll show you right now, right? The market value, and you click on the thing, is $98.40. I'm only raising the price $1.60. Okay, $1.60. Okay, that's not even 10%. It's like a 2% increase. Okay, so it's not a lot.
Yeah, but I honestly believe that the guys who made this game were making fun of GW. You want to know why?
Sure.
Because I asked you when I was looking at the packaging, it says 5 pieces. I thought it meant like 5
it's
guys
6.
inside the box, right? And you're like, no, it's not 5 guys. It's 5
It's 6.
pieces.
No, it's 6 random pieces in a box.
Yeah, pieces of a guy.
Yeah, 6 pieces
so
in the box.
So you don't even get a guy. You get pieces of a guy.
Yeah, you get pieces of a guy, and it shows you.
So you have to spend $34 to get a box with 6 pieces that you may not be able to finish an entire guy. That's like,
correct.
That's totally making fun of Games Workshop, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
It's hilarious. But I don't think everybody gets the joke because not everybody's a war gamer. Like I bought GW shit. Like I as soon as I saw that, I'm like, you fucking making fun of GW. I know they're making fun of GW, bro.
You have bigger expansion packs. The bigger boxes have more stuff in there.
10 pieces. Oh, yeah. 10 pieces. I might get to get 2 guys. but no, you're not going to get 2 guys.
I tried Supermarket Simulator on the console. Can't do it, man. The controls are so shitty on console for that. You got to play games like this with mouse and keyboard, and it's
quickness.
It's so much better. I mean, look how smooth I'm running. Right?
Yeah, when you can't sleep and you're out of weed, this is the game you play.
100%. Right?
100%. 100%.
All right, so that's game number 2. Okay, game number 3. I'm not even going to show Roadcraft. Roadcraft. Oh, I'll tell you a little story about Roadcraft though. Right, the other day I was playing Roadcraft, Sarge. Okay, on stream.
Did you go back to it? Same level.
Yeah. I've been playing. Yeah, same level. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Yeah,
the one that's absolutely absurd.
Yeah, I've been putting sand everywhere and just making roads everywhere. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah,
Like,
I couldn't take
prepping.
it. Yeah, I couldn't take
Yeah.
it, man.
So I got on the stream the other day. I started playing.
Unlock the goddamn dump truck, bro. How do I unlock the modified dump truck?
Right,
That's the whole
so-
reason why I stopped playing, because I couldn't get the damn dump truck. It's not funny.
We're talking about hard games. Sarge quit a game because he can't get into a dump truck.
I'm in the same level you are. I did the same challenge.
So come and
I'm
use my
looking
dump
at
truck.
Where's my dump truck?
Just come in and use my dump truck. You help me pour sand down. I need the Sandman back. Okay, I need Sarge the Sandman to come back and throw some sand down.
So
All right.
aggravating.
So I'm playing the game and I open it up. And I go, hey, you know what, guys? I think I'm going to open it up to the public. I was like, they can't do anything wrong, right? So I open up my server to random people that can come in.
That's a mistake.
When I shit you not, 3 seconds into the thing, 2 people come in. They go beep 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 beep. They're like honking the horn or whatever. And I'm like, oh cool, there's people in my game. Drives my Jeep into the lake. Okay, guy takes the bulldozer to get him out of the lake, and then loses my bulldozer in the lakes. And I have 2 things in the lakes. And I'm taking sand. I'm throwing in the lake to put sand underneath to raise them up. Guy leaves. Guy grabs the crane, comes over, grabs the crane, and picks him up out of the thing. Then another guy comes in. His name's Fabio. Fabio something. Okay. Shout out to Fabio. Okay. I don't know who you are and I hate you. Okay. He gets into the bulldozer and the bulldozer then starts to not grade. He puts it down. He's like destroying all the road that I made.
Oh, hell no.
Okay. And I was just like, yo, you got to grade. They got it. I didn't pave it yet. It was just the dirt. Right. But still, he was fucking it up. And I was like, You gotta. I was like, can you hear me? If you can hear me, honk the horn, right? Nothing. I was like, oh fuck this. They were in the game for 12 minutes. I was like, I'm done. Locked it, and I'm by myself.
And you want to know why you can't find people to get a job anywhere to do a good job? Like, I honestly believe people don't understand how to do a good job.
I just wrote a cozy foot. Vehicles run better underwater. Yeah, it's to cool the engine off. It's to cool the engine off.
Yeah. People like chaos. To them, chaos is fun because their life isn't in order. So in the video game, they want chaos. I get that. It's just like a psychological thing. Like if your job is to have everything perfect all the time, that when you play a video game, sometimes you're not like that. You're like, fuck everybody. Like that's how it is, though.
My problem is I feel like I'm playing with adults, but I know I'm not. Right? It's probably like a monkey on the other end with a banana on the thing. He's trying to get the banana. He's just moving the controller. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he's like, he's just like, just rubbing his face up against the thing. It's like a 4-year-old. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck's going on, right? And this is exactly why my name 30 and Still Gaming exists, because when I played Battlefield back in the old days, I wanted to play with people that were mature and not monkeys that were just.
You would do the squeaker test. You got a mic.
Yeah.
You got a mic. You listen to the voice.
Hey guys.
Next.
Hey, later. See you later.
Yeah, that's how. Once again, it's all about time.
Yeah.
All about time.
So, third game I played, a lot of games I played, so I got to go through them. We played the Marvel Rivals Zombie Mode. Okay, the Marvel Rivals Zombie Mode. Now, I'm going to start off at the beginning here just to show you what I'm doing, okay, because I didn't understand. Okay,
it was only a set number of characters, though, right?
It's 5 characters. It's Blade, Thor, Magic, Punisher, and Jeff Landshark. Okay, so you pick your characters. Okay, so me and Mr. Luke were playing. You pick your characters, you get into the game, and then when you get into the game, a screen pops up and you pick your abilities, right? So I'm going to pause real fast because it took me a while to understand this. Okay, so when you pick your cards in the beginning, I thought you only picked the 3 cards. So it says long press to purchase, right? So I press the button. I'm like, okay, what's happening? I'm trying to figure it out. We got 18 seconds to pick the cards that you have to get. So now you get this screen, okay? So the screen pops up. You have a currency here of 10 coins.
This looks
okay?
familiar. Pick a
10
power
coins.
up, move on.
Yeah, pick up. Well, I thought it was pick a power up and move on, but I have 10 coins. If you notice, each one is purchased by 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one says Dry Walker Dash Day by plus 40, plus 10, right? So I picked them. I said, okay, so I'll pick that one. Okay, I'll pick this one. Right? So I pick them. I buy them. And I'm like, okay, so I can afford all of them. I thought maybe you only pick a couple, right? I didn't know if you hit refresh, 3 more would pop up and then you could buy more,
But can
right?
you go can you go backwards to the ones you passed? Like if you didn't like the first
No, you
three,
buy them.
you
See,
correct?
like over here, look over here. The orange sword's got 2 now.
Yeah.
Okay. The blue sword's got 1 and then 0. So if I back up a second,
No, what I'm saying though is if you didn't buy the first 3, and
you could just hit refresh and it would take away these 3.
But can you go back to those 3 or you pass them?
No, you pass them.
You
Okay.
pass- okay.
Right. So if I didn't like these, I could hit refresh for 1.
Okay.
And then it would give me 3 other random ones. Okay. But what you want to do is you want to try to build up from there. So let's say I wanted to build up my red. I would buy all the reds, right? So obviously, as we're playing through the game, okay, I'm doing damage. I'm doing fine or whatever. And I'm like, this doesn't feel right. It felt very basic. I was like, what's going on? I don't understand. I was like, I wasn't liking it. Okay. I wasn't liking it. I was like, bare bone minimum.
A lot of guys, bro.
Oh yeah, it's a proper horde mode. It's a proper horde mode. Okay, so this is the first match, and we didn't win. We didn't beat it or anything like that. We had to go to the second match. So it's about 30 minutes.
First time through, right?
Yeah, first time through. So now I pick Punisher, right? And as I pick stuff now, okay, as I pick stuff now, let me. I realize, oh, you can buy multiple things. So I picked those 3, right? Then I hit refresh. And then 3 more pop up, and then I buy those as well. So now I'm already off to a better start because now I'm stacking multiple powers, multiple things. Okay, now I've refreshed again.
How many coins you get for the level?
It all depends on how much damage you do and stuff like that, right? So as you get them, every time the round is done, and you go to the next stage, like after you kill all these guys, you'll get 10, 14, whatever it is, and then you buy more into it. Okay, so as we're doing Punisher, I'm like, okay, this feels much better. I was like, oh, this is like, Gears of War now. I'm just shooting stuff. It feels good. I'm like, all right, this is much better than I thought. It feels better. But then I'm like, oh, there's like stacking abilities and stuff like that. So we beat that one, right? So then I want to show you what I'm doing now as Blade. We got up to Nightmare 1. This is not Nightmare. But you'll see what I'm doing here as Blade. Because now I know what I'm doing, right? If you see my numbers over here, 36, 31, 33. Look how fast Blade. This is not double time, by the way. This is normal speed.
Time?
This is normal speed.
Going berserk.
Okay. Right? The power fantasy is real. Like, I absolutely love just murdering everybody as you're going through. Now, look how fast my ult start, right? I have my ult. Yeah. I use it, and watch how fast it comes back. I don't know if I use it here, but when I use it, watch how fast it comes back. Okay,
well, at least they're allowing you to have the power fantasy.
Yeah, right. So I use it. Now watch. I hit. Watch how fast. Boom! I got my super again. Right. I got my ult that fast because of what I was stacking and what like that. Now, if you also look at my health doesn't move.
Well, you're
okay.
Blade.
We were playing on the first mode.
You like Team Wolverine.
We had a Jeff the Land Shark on the team. His heal was doing 1 point every time. I was like, what the fuck is this? Right? I don't even need a healer anymore, right? So at the end of the round, a random thing happens. It gives me 6 more power, right? So I accept that, and then I start stacking on top of that, right? So now I'm like, I have 21 to spend. So I pick up a 5, I pick up another 5, I pick up a 3, right? So it just keeps stacking. It just keeps stacking. So then you start melting people, right? You could just keep buying. As long as you have the credits, you could just keep buying and stacking, and it gets more powerful, and you just stack it up. Then at the end of the entire game, Sarge, I won't show the boss fights or anything. At the end of the game, you can actually, there's a little, okay, right here.
So if you're doing that, what's Thor doing?
We don't know. We didn't play with Thor, I don't think. Oh, we did. Luke played with Thor a little bit. But as you level up, right, we got to level 25. This is level 20. I have 10 points to spend or 20 points to spend. So now you're putting more points into your health or your rehash of how your abilities like recoup. Okay, and this makes you even more powerful, and then you can change your abilities up here.
Where's the Jesus button?
It's pretty good. And then here's the end. Okay, this is going up against the Horde mode against this is Nightmare mode, Nightmare 1. We're going up against oh, she kills us here. Let me back up a little bit. I want to show you how many guys come out of this thing. Okay. So guys just keep coming out. These are harder guys. I constantly have my ability, so I'm just constantly doing my super. Right? trying to take these guys out. They're all maxed out. They're doing headshots. Mr. Luke's melting people. Eclipse is melting people. Jay Breeze is melting people. We're all doing this, and we're like, okay, you have to have enough damage to go up against the bosses to do anything with them, right? So then she comes out. Let me see. Fast forward a little bit.
Did she just one shot you?
We couldn't beat her. Yeah, we couldn't beat her. No,
you guys were Jesus level. You couldn't beat her.
Yeah, she melts you. I want to show you her hit points. Right. This is Namor. We're fighting Namor right now.
How many bars of colors does she have?
No, it's not cars. You see this? Times 2,532. That's Namor. Okay. Let me show you.
How many lines have to go by, right?
2,552.
Lines.
Yes.
That's redonkulous, bro.
Hers started at 10,000.
What?
Started at 10. Look at her. 10,000 lines. Look.
Oh, but the line's going down pretty decent. Okay.
Because we're doing damage. If you're not doing damage, it goes tick, 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 right? We're melting people, right? So we have to get her down to 0. She gets to a certain point. If we don't kill her in time, she just explodes.
Battle, that's like a half an hour battle right there.
Yeah.
Down 10,000 points.
Right? So 10,000 lines, and you have to, she gets to this point where she pauses, and you have to do all-out damage. And if you don't do all-out damage, then she blows up and you end, and you're defeated.
So she gives you a damage wave that you have to make sure you're ready for.
Yeah, you have to get down in this particular fight. You got to get down to about 20. We lost by 100. We missed it by 100.
Come on, bro.
Points.
Like 100?
Yeah, like 100
lines. 100 lines or 100 points?
100. Watch.
100?
Yeah, it was close. It was real close. We missed it by here. We're down. We're down to the 700s right now. 600, 500. 400, 300, 200, 100, 98. We had 98 left and we died.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. That would have been I walked away.
But that's Nightmare 1.
I got her down. Yeah, I understand that, but I got her down to 98 lines and I got to stop.
Yeah, we had 10,000. We missed it at 98. We stopped. We did stop after that.
Yeah, I took a time out after that.
Yeah.
I'd be mad. I'm real mad at that point.
So there's like Nightmare up to 3, I think, whatever it is. There's like a little
Nightmare 3.
Yeah, there's
how much power leveling can you is it go on forever, or is there a cap on your damage?
So yeah, there's Nightmare. Yeah, so we did 35 minutes. We reached wave 9. We cleared normal twice. We cleared hard. We cleared extreme. We got to level 9. We just missed it by 98 lines.
You think maybe they ran out of ideas? They don't know what they're doing when they put normal, hard, and extreme, and they go, you know what? We don't have any more words. We're just called Nightmare 1, Nightmare 2, Nightmare.
Well, they just copied Diablo or whatever else.
I get it. I get it.
So look how many kills I had with. I have almost 8,000 kills with Blade in 3 matches, or 6 matches. 6 matches, 3 clears.
Those are weak numbers. Come on, bro.
Yeah, right?
Those aren't Left 4 Dead numbers. Come on.
It's a fun game mode, and I changed.
Go ahead.
I changed my thought from the very beginning. I was like, I don't like this. To at the end, when we were doing that, I was like, I get it now. I was like, this is pretty good. And for their first PvE game mode, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with their first PvE game mode here, and I look forward to seeing what other game modes they put in. I really want to play Hulk or Captain America or any of the other characters. It would be fantastic if I could use any character on stuff like this. I hope they add some sort of PvE mode.
Why is it only set characters?
This is based off of the show. So there's a Marvel zombie show that's on Disney Plus, and this is like a link to that. Yeah.
I don't listen to Disney, so okay.
So this was good though.
Reminder, right? Next Wednesday, we're gonna do Left 4 Dead for the Halloween thing.
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Okay.
We're gonna play through Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
Well, get them on your hard drive. I know you still have them.
Okay.
Right. So either we're gonna play Left 4 Dead and then Left 4 Dead 2. We'll go through them.
All right.
So anybody who has Left 4 Dead still around, right? Next Wednesday we're playing Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. We're gonna go through the game. So whoever wants to play, load it up for next week.
All right. The next thing I want to talk about, it's a lot of games, so it's taking a lot of the show, but Arc Raiders. Let me tell you, Sarge, it's like an emotional roller coaster.
I know you have a hard-on for this game. I get it because you like Division. I get it.
Well, here, I didn't think I was going to like it. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to like it because it was PvP. You know how PvP games like this, I'm okay with PvP games like Hell Let Loose and Battlefield and stuff like that. I didn't think I was going to like this game. There's something special about this game. There's something special. And what I'm hearing, because I didn't play the tech tests, is that the people that play the tech test 1 and tech test 2, they're like, there's so much in this game you don't understand. Because they stopped you in this, because it wasn't really a demo. It was meant to stress test the actual servers to see what they do. So they took a lot of stuff out, keep it like low key, so keep something behind the curtain. So you know what I mean? So they teased you, but they didn't show you everything. There's a lot to this. And I think, obviously, if you're like a person like Shroud, I bring up Shroud a lot because I watched him for like 12 hours over the weekend. Okay. He's going to blow through this game. Those types of content creators and people that don't have, and I'm not making fun of them, like don't have jobs, right?
They understand it.
Yeah.
They understand what
they're all going to blow through it, and they're going to have this like, they're gonna go up ahead and they're gonna shit on other people. But the reason people were attacking so many people in this tech test is because there was nothing to go for in the tech test, right? So everyone's like, you got to understand, like when the game comes out, there's gonna be a lot more layers to the things that you're doing, the things that you're trying to get, and there's
so your focus won't be to attack other people.
Correct, because you're going to be leveling up the things that you want to level up. Now there is a talking point, which I played this, but we're going to go into the news while we talk about this. There's a talking point right now because the company they haven't really announced what they're doing with the resets, right? They're keeping it like close to their chest or whatnot. And the reset is that they don't want to force you to do a reset, but they want you to reset. Okay. They're not forcing you, but they're trying to persuade you to reset. My problem is,
I listened to the whole argument about that. It doesn't seem like well thought out.
No. Okay.
That's the first thing I got from it. The whole reset thing is something that's not. They're so terrified. They're so terrified of power creep that they don't even know how to handle it.
Well, they also want a broad audience, and the broad audience wants a PvE thing, and they don't want to put PvE, which is fine because it was a PvE game, and they switched it to PvP VE. Okay, but they want to have, if you want to call it casuals, more relaxed players come and play their extraction game, putting it on console. So much so, even Hunt Showdown's putting it on console now. Okay, they're trying to get that market, a more broader audience for the extraction. Okay, so they're doing resets, and I'm like, if there's nothing a point to reset, then I'm not going to reset, because if I only play, and again, I play more than the average person, but less than the crazy person. Okay, so I could put like 10 hours a week in. If I put 10 hours a week, and there's 8 weeks, and let's say I put 80 hours in. Okay, for the season.
You're really close for the turn in. I know.
Right? So I'm at 80 hours, and all of a sudden now they're like, you have to reset. I'd be like, I'm done. If they don't give me a reason to reset, then I'm just going to keep my character, and I'm going to progress on because I only play 10 hours a week. Okay, so it should be 80 hours to get to that point. Yeah, I have all these purple weapons. I have all these perks unlocked, right? All that resets when you go back. So now they're like, well, if you reset, then you lose all that, and then you're back to square one again, where all the people that can play a shit ton are going to shit on these people again, and then these people are going to take a really long time to get up to that thing. And then let's say I just get to the point where I'm like, oh, I finally get to use this purple weapon that I finally found in the game, and then I get to use it for 4 days, and then a reset happens. Do you know what I mean? I'll be like, no, I don't want to reset. I want to use that gun for a little bit, so I'm going to play for a couple more weeks before I turn it in. To me, it just doesn't make sense. There's no incentive to do it.
Yeah, but do you think maybe they did that because it's the counterbalance to what you just discussed? Like you just discussed that the guys who are going to play and do a grind fest, and they're going to get ahead anyway, right? So those guys are going to get ahead anyway. You're down here, right? Then they get to the reset, and they give them some kind of cookie or some kind of banana and say, well, if you reset, you get this. And they go, oh, I want it. And then they reset, but you keep your character. Now you get to shit on them for a little while.
Right, because they're going to creep up on you, right?
Maybe so. It's done that way just so it's kind of evens it out. So the people who don't get to play a lot eventually get to shit on the other people.
Yeah. Oh, real fast. I meant to say Tarkov. Sorry, not Hunt Showdown. Hunt Showdown's already on console. Tarkov is coming to console. Sorry about that. Thanks for correcting me. Yeah. So, yeah, I just feel like they haven't said it yet. Maybe they're keeping it close to their chest, but I feel like they don't really have an answer, right? So they're kind of just like,
has an answer for power creep, because the thing that makes you go for the thing that makes you play the game repetitively is the power. And if you're going to tell me that when I get too powerful, I'm not allowed anymore, then you disincentivize the whole time I was playing. Like the whole reason is the power.
I came up with a solution of, let's say you get a perk at the end of the thing. It's all perks, right? All the perks. Like at the end of the season, you reset and it says, okay, you get to pick one of these 10 perks. Okay, if it's 10% more damage on shotguns, 10%.
Be like 2%,
whatever it is, right? You get that for the next 8 weeks. Okay, so let's say I pick shotgun, you pick sniper rifle, someone else picks sneaking, whatever it is. Okay, at the end of the 8 weeks, you turn in another thing, and boom, now you get to pick another perk later. You don't keep that one; you lose the one for that 8 weeks, and you get to pick another one.
You lose the perk?
Because that would be the only reason. The reason, if you want that perk for 8 weeks, you would have an advantage for 8 weeks with that one perk. That's my solution. Okay. Otherwise, here's my other solution. Let's say, because they do it in Diablo, they do it in Path of Exile, there's a realm, right? The real realm, and then there's the season realm. When you're done with the season realm, your character goes to the regular eternal realm or whatever it is, okay? If they do that in Arc Raiders, where if you reset, you reset, but if you don't reset, you can go play your character in the PvE category over here with your character, but if you want to play the new seasons and stuff like that, then you would have to reset your character and play to get the new weapons. Otherwise, you take the weapons that you got from their 8 week period of time, and you can go play over here in your PvE land with those weapons, right? I do believe they'll make a PvE mode because the game was PvE, and they put PvP because they said it was too boring. The devs said themselves it wasn't fun. All right. But I do believe
you want someone that you always want to look over your shoulder type thing. Is that what they mean by boring?
It's Sea of Thieves. Yeah, it's Sea of Thieves.
That makes me worry, because if you didn't have the PvP version of the game and you were just going around with friends looking for stuff and battling against robots and you found that boring, what does that say about that? What does that say about the actual game loop if I take out the PvP portion of it? If I didn't have someone trying to go after me, I'm looking over my shoulder the whole time, and that's the boring part. Isn't that a red flag to you? It is to me.
Right. Well, that's why they're putting the PvP in there to give that. It's the same. I compare this game. I'm not comparing this to Hunt Showdown or Tarkov or anything. I'm comparing this to Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves has been around for 8 years. Okay, it's PvPvE. Okay, PvPvE. Okay, where you could do what you want, but what they did was they did the safer seas. Level 40 below, you can be in the safer seas, but once you hit level 40, if you want to continue getting other things, you have to go into the regular world where PvP, PvE is. Okay, I think they do the same sort of thing like that with this game down the road.
I think that you should make the enemies hard enough to where they're challenging.
They are,
and make you angry a little bit.
PvPers are angry because they're like, oh, you got to tune them down. They're the PvE is too hard.
So you should. The enemies in the game should be at a level to where you don't get a free ride. Like if there's 2 or 3 guys, you got to run for your life. Like you got to pretend like you're the running man. Like you got to run for your life and try to find a way to combat them. I think that's the way it should be. You should have a little bit of fear in you, knowing that they spotted you and they're calling for backup, right? And then when you shoot up a flare, it's not because someone died, it's because Jesus Christ, somebody come help me, I'm about to die. Like that's how it should be if it was the PvE version of the game.
Right. You're calling in for help.
It would be challenging, right?
Yeah.
But people find it boring because the game loop isn't interesting enough, because once again, you're just trying to find things to level up your weapons in order to temporarily be higher until the reset.
Yeah, well, people are complaining because they want to explore the map, but they can't because they keep getting killed. Where the other people are like, well, I'm killing you because I want to get your loot type of stuff. So it's always this weird balance. I actually like the interaction. I had a really good experience, which really sold me on this game, is when I played solo. I was in a building. I said to some guy in the building, I heard him, and I said, hey, guy, I don't want to, I'm friendly. He goes, hey, bud. I was like, do you know where the field depot is? He's like, yeah, I could take you. And we joined forces, and then we met 2 other guys that were about to kill us, but then they didn't, right? And then he helped them, and then we all worked together to kill one of the big rocketeers, right? It was a cool moment. It was a really cool moment.
So were you bored?
I wasn't bored. No.
Was that boring?
No.
But these are the kind of questions I ask. Like, I get it why people say certain things about a game like this, but then I ask the same question: what's your game loop?
Well, the game loop and the tech test, which I could piece together, right? Because obviously it wasn't in the tech test.
I know it's not the full one. I get it.
You need to level up your guns and workbenches and all these other things. So you're going into there, and you might get a full backpack of stuff. You might only be looking for like one thing. If you're a story guy, you might just go for the things that you need, the parts that you need for progress the story. There's a lot of different things that you're doing. Look, some people are playing just for PvP. Some people are playing for the story. Some people are playing just to collect shit. Some people are going in there just to explore. Some people are playing the game just to interact with other people. Like, there's so many different things, and that's why I think the game is doing something special. But I think it's gonna change over time. I believe they will add a PvE some way, shape, or form, because there will be a steep drop at some point unless they have good content coming through. Yeah. So Wolverine says there's a zero risk in Sea of Thieves. It was all cosmetic, where the weapons seem to be tiered to better or higher the tier, risking it to find more. No fear in Sea of Thieves. No, in the very beginning, there wasn't a plunder pass like there was. So all the gold and stuff that you got was to progress up into Pirate Captain. You had to turn in the stuff to get the XP to go up. That was it. If you didn't turn anything in when Sea of Thieves came out, you weren't going up the levels to unlock things. It wasn't about the cosmetics. It was about getting to Pirate Captain. Okay? Well, if people kept stealing your shit, you got nothing. Then they went, oh, well, we need to respect people's time. So they added the Plunder Pass, and in the Plunder Pass, now you travel 10 feet. They're like, oh, you got a reward. Oh, you dug a hole to get the thing. You get something, right? So at the end of the play session, 4 years into the game, they finally said, oh, you're getting gold by just playing the game, right? So if you lose the treasure chest and you lose the stuff, you're still getting gold because you traveled the thing and you picked up the stuff, right? So there's progression there. So regardless if it was cosmetic or not, if someone's sitting down to play your game and they can't get the cosmetics because Summit is jumping on your ship and murdering you every 5 seconds and having a blast, right? That's funny enough for him. It's funny for the viewers watching that, but it's the shitty part of the guy going, I only have 2 hours a week to play this game, and I got absolutely nothing accomplished because I didn't get one piece of gold back to the actual bases because it was stolen from me, right? So it wasn't about cosmetics. It was about leveling up your captain, which you couldn't do because you had to turn stuff in.
It's still a PG-13 game, though. Sea of Thieves to me is a PG-13 game. I'm still trying to figure out why people keep playing it. I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, I know it's fun.
Sea of Thieves?
But I think it's
because it's fun.
Because the parents play with their kids. I think that's the answer.
It's fun. It's just fun going on it's a fucking pirate ship. You're on a pirate ship. You're traveling the seas. You're exploring the islands. You dig up treasure. Like, that's what you do. In the backyard, you're like, what? Let's pretend we're a pirate and let's go find some treasure. Now you could do that in an actual fucking pirate game, right?
I mean, I don't want. It's too. We're already an hour in. I don't want to go down. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole.
All right. Well, Arc Raiders became the most popular extraction shooter. And it's not, no, ever.
This week.
No, ever, as of right now on Steam.
This week. Go ahead.
So it put it in perspective. Now, obviously, they don't have, I think it's Tarkov is not on the Steam, so it doesn't get...
I'm so tired of them using numbers like
So
this.
Arena Breakout Infinity got 66,000. The Cycle Frontiers got 40,000. Gray Zone Warfare got 72,000. Dark and Darker got 57,000. And Escape from Duck Off, which just came out, got 61,000. Now, obviously, Tarkov is the number one extraction, but we can't keep the numbers because they're not on Steam. But Arc Raiders got 189,668 this weekend for the tech test. So they're the highest one of all the games that are kept track on Steam. So, all right.
So tired of those kind of numbers, bro.
Let's go to the top stories. All right, let's see what we got here. Call of Duty Season 1 roadmap revealed, Sarge. I know you're excited about this. I know you're excited.
Are you being serious?
Well, you're wearing a Call of Duty shirt right now.
It's not a Call of Duty shirt.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's a Call of Duty shirt.
This is not a Call of Duty shirt.
It's the font of Call of Duty. It's making fun of Call of Duty.
Okay.
That's what it's making fun of.
What am I looking at? If it's a fucking roadmap, just go on to the next story.
This is a roadmap, Sarge. So you know what the value is for why you should get Call of Duty. Look, this is what they're putting up, playable at launch, Sarge. You know,
awesome. The sweat
in orange, so you know what's coming. It's in, right. And then coming in season 1, you have all these maps and more. You have more in season 1.
Where's the pre-order button, bro? I don't see the pre-order button on the screen.
Wreak havoc across 30 plus maps. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
I don't think all those are maps, though.
These are all maps. Now, they might be for different game modes. These are all for zombie maps, though. These are survival
maps.
It's a map inside a map. So
there
you go. There's the new Call of Duty chat. I know you're very excited about Call of Duty, even though no one says they're going to pre-order. They say it's going to be the shittiest Call of Duty ever. But for some reason, I still think it's going to blow past Battlefield 6.
All right, so let's make the call here because we're a month out, right? We're about a month out now because it comes out the 20-something on November, right?
It comes out November 14th. I think the 10th if you're pre-order early or some shit. I don't know.
So double digits guaranteed. Right?
Oh, yeah.
But weak sales because it's not as good as another Call of Duty. So ready?
Yeah.
14.
You say 14? That's the lowest ever.
Yeah. 14 or 15. Yeah, something like that.
Oh, for week 1. You're saying 14 week 1?
No, I didn't say week 1. 14, 15. Yeah. 14
total when it's all said and done.
I think so. 14, 15 sounds about right. If it sucks.
I'll say conservatively 19 low. 19 low, 22, 23 high.
That's what we're saying.
Now obviously they won't tell us because there'll be players. They won't tell you the actual sales because of Game Pass or whatever else. But
that's a crock of shit, bro. Look, we already said that Battlefield was going to take some numbers away from them. Battlefield didn't. Battlefield got exactly the same number they normally get, which is the same number. A bunch of people played the test, yes, to see what it's like. They all said it was amazing. I get that.
Which is actually pretty sad, though.
Well,
think about this. If they had the exact same they always get, but yet most of the people that played Battlefield haven't come back to Battlefield and the Call of Duty guys came over and bought it, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means the only reason why they got that many is because the Call of Duty people came over.
That's correct. Because the guys who
like 3 or 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a problem in the long run for them, but we'll see what happens with Battlefield. Let me bring up some Battlefield numbers here for you, or Battlefield things, right? Because this made me laugh, Sarge. Earlier this week, some good-looking red-faced guy on the internet months and months ago talked about how Portal would ruin the game because people would just make farms and just farm, XP and stuff like that.
They would turn a map into a loot cave.
Yeah. So Battlefield Studios announced that Battlefield 6 Portal XP farms will soon be patched, right? Which they did. They did patch it. So what they did was you can still get XP, but you have to basically make it a normal game. You can't make a unarmed NPCs walking out of a door where you're just shooting them to like a loot cave, right? Where you're just getting XP to do this because they don't want you to go up too fast because they purposely designed the game to be very grindy. So you buy the tokens, so you get the double XP, so you can skip things and whatnot. And you're surpassing this because gamers are going to game, and gamers find the lowest point, the least resistance. Yep. So they're like, hey, I'm just going to make this game. So people were making things to just unarmed NPCs, grenades, whatever it was. Okay, just shoot into the cave and murder everybody. And they're like, so what was happening was there were so many servers with people just making XP farms because they remember, Sarge, they gave a server to everybody.
Everyone gets their own server.
Right, everyone got their own server. And because they didn't want to share servers to go do XP farming, everybody made their own XP farm.
What's the problem?
It overloaded the servers, and then people that actually had...
I call bullshit.
Well, this is what happened.
If everybody goes on and makes their own map, like they would normally, as opposed to making an XP farm, would it still overload the servers? Why does the XP farm thing count as overloading the servers, but making maps wouldn't? Because
there was so many pointless just XP farms, the people that tried to make a map that actually wanted to make their own custom server to make the thing like a rotating map, which is not in the game, by the way. Yeah. Okay, because you get kicked out to the lobby every time a match is done.
Stupid. Next.
Okay. they couldn't put their
Why? I don't believe the
map on the thing.
Why?
So they had to go back and go, hey, we're taking all the XP farms down. Now, obviously, remember, Sarge, everyone got their own server. You can do what you want with Portal.
Yep.
You can do what you want with Portal.
That's what I was told when I paid.
Right?
That's what I was told when I paid.
Okay, you could do what you want with your Portal, except you can't make other things, right? EA keeps deleting Call of Duty maps from Battlefield 6 Portal. You're not allowed to make Call of Duty maps. Just can't, Sarge, because they said so. Okay, make what you want, just can't make this. Okay, well, so where does it stop?
So just by saying that, if I paid up front for the game, and
Yep.
then 3
you told me I can make whatever I want in my
whatever I
own
want,
server.
right? And then you told me now I can't make the mask.
A month in,
I want a refund.
I can't. Right,
The
I
contract,
can't make.
the contract when I bought the game was this is what was stated. Now after I got the game, you changed the contract. Now I get to return the game.
Yeah, right. I should be able to return my game.
I get to return the game because I can't do what I want to do. I bought it based on these based on this criteria.
Right. You can make whatever. Can you make a Destiny map? I don't know. Try it, Eric. Take your time and go make a Destiny map. See what they do. Right. But the point is that what Sarge just said, they said you could do whatever you want. You could make whatever you want. You could make third person. You could make SOCOM. You can make Space Invaders.
What we knew, it was a lie. Right. It's like you walking up, the guy opens the door, goes, you could do whatever you want. And as soon as you walk into the house, he slams the door. He says, but not this.
Right. Right. Get off the couch. Don't put your feet up there. Don't put your drink there. Don't eat my food. Don't go in the fridge. Don't use my bathroom.
The fun police in action. I'm not allowed to make a loot cave. Got it. Because of the XP. Got it. Because you want to sell me double XP. Got it. But even then, the answer is you don't want me unlocking stuff because I have to stay in the game long enough for you to sell me skins. Right? That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
And I love the people, and I'm not making fun of the people that love the game. Love the game.
Eric. It would be. It would be. This is why we need consumer. This is why we need consumer protection, man.
People that are loving. They're like, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. It's not about you having fun. It's about these corporations pulling the rug out from underneath you once you come in. The Trojan horse that comes in and changes the thing. This is exactly why I didn't pick up the game, because I don't know what Battle Royale is going to do. I don't know what Portal's going to do.
We haven't even gotten to Battle Royale yet.
We're not even a full month into this game yet. Not even a full month. We're 14 days into the game. Came out the 10th, didn't it? Of this month, October 10th.
Yeah.
Right? We're like 2 weeks into this life cycle of Battlefield, and they're already nerfed the XP. They already changed a whole bunch of stuff. You can't put Call of Duty maps in. And now, Sarge, they're bringing in. Let me find this one. Wait, where is it? I have one more. They have the Battlefield skins. I can't find it now. Let me find that real fast. Okay. Now they have the Battlefield skins. Okay. Now the Battlefield skins. I showed up earlier in our early stream that I'm a little nervous about this because, well, if they do this and it's now, right? So here it is. Okay. Now I get it. They designed the entire game, right? They designed the entire game so you could, play how you want. It's a first-person game, so you're not actually seeing your character. But doesn't this look like two teams ready to do a paintball match?
Yeah.
I mean, there's detail on them, and I understand that they're military. Some of these are like military.
What's up with the
military accurate?
Pakistani girl on 19. What's up with that?
Wait, this one?
Yeah. What's up with that, dude?
I don't know. Right?
You just wearing a burqa? What are we talking about, bro?
So as they're probably recon. It's recon classes, right? They're camouflaged. My problem is just take these first 5.
This camouflage, bro. It's a sheet over dude's
head. Just take these first 5 in this list right here, and these first 5 on this list.
Yeah, real good team synergy when everyone looks like they're out.
Yeah, they all look like they're going out for their own paintball match. Yep. Okay, now pretend you're looking at these guys from 100 yards away. Okay, yeah. How are you going to tell the difference? Besides the orange Dorito above their head,
number 15 I got from a mile away, bro.
Right?
Number 15 I can see from a mile away.
How are you going to see these guys? Obviously, it doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't really matter because you just spot them, orange Dorito bumps above their head, and you shoot at it, and you don't really care, right? But for people that are actually playing the game and go, bad guy over there, bad guy over here, right? They see it because of what they weigh, they're dressed, and they look. Now there's just a bunch of
because if you play on hardcore, right? Battlefield Hardcore, you have to be able to identify the guy from
The
his
uniform.
Right? So if everyone looks like everyone else because you bought the skin, then it's very hard to tell whose team he's on because you don't get a marker.
Yep. But this is the first round. This is what's coming out in the first season. Okay.
Fantastic.
What's going to happen 6 months from now? Where are they going to go from this?
G.I. Joe.
They got to go way above and be like, oh, this guy's got spikes coming out of his head. He's got wearing kitty ears, right? He looks like something else is going on. You know what I mean? Like, what's happening? It's so sad. It's so sad. And I know people.
This is the end of Battlefield. You know, this is the beginning of the end. You know that, right?
Oh, it was the beginning of the end before as soon as they said BR's coming. Okay, BR's coming to Battlefield. I went, it's over. It's over. Look at it.
They're gonna have to call something out. What someone's gonna have to do is come out with a game that's similar to the word Battlefield, battle something else, right? And that way you know that that's the real game as opposed to this, because this is gonna turn into a joke.
Here's the other thing. I love people that I didn't say this earlier because I forgot what I was going to say, but people that love Battlefield, they defend it. They're like, oh, well, I'm having fun. I'm doing great with this game. It has a lot of stuff, but yet they go, well, this is bad. This is bad. This is broke. This is here. Patch it. Once these patch 6-8 months again, you didn't have to give them $70. You could have waited, like myself, like many other people, and wait 6 months down the line. Once all this stuff's in the game, see what happens.
The Trojan horse, see what happens. Yep. Yep.
It's just sad. It's sad that Battlefield is gone.
Dude, EA is just we seriously need to have a thing where you need to have 100-person studios or less, and you have to sink or swim. Either you have to make a game that you survive or you die. We can't have all the corpos owning all the studios and then just using them like Kleenex. They make them a game and then they fire them. They make a game and then they fire them. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous. Right? It's sad. Every IP that we've liked is being destroyed on purpose. On purpose.
Yeah.
It's not accidental. It's not accidental.
Going from that story from EA to the next story of EA. Okay. EA NFL extend licensing agreement for Madden through 2030.
Bro,
okay.
So angry about this.
So apparently they made enough money where they're like, yeah, we'll continue supporting you, right? If anyone's happy about this, I'm sorry, you're a moron, because there's no competition and you've been playing the same shitty Madden game for the last 13 years. Okay. They don't have any competition, so they can make the minimum viable product for Madden. If this game failed and it didn't sell enough, NFL would go out and say, no, we don't want the exclusive with Madden. We want anyone that wants to make a football game can make an NFL football game, and then it could be competition for Madden. That way, Madden, just like Overwatch, okay, when Overwatch with Activision, when Marvel Rivals came out, they had to wake up. They couldn't just give you the minimal viable product. They had to wake up and make a better game because they had competition. There is zero competition for Madden for another 5 years now. Okay, for another 4 years, now.
Anybody should be able to apply a license to the NFL and make their own football game. Anybody, any company that wants to just gives NFL money and they make their own game. That way there's competition, not the fact that you paying the NFL for exclusive rights to make a football game. That's a monopoly. It's a monopoly.
Yeah. So they have it for now, for another 5 years, and then another 5 years, and then another 5 years, right? I don't understand why people. Do you know how many football games we had when I was a kid? I lost track of how many football games there were.
So many choices.
There's like 15 of them. Every player had their own. John Elway had one. Joe Montana had one. Lombardi had one. Madden had one, obviously, right? There were so many different. Then there was the generic football, right? There was the NES football one. There was Temco Bowl with the licensed and not licensed, okay? There's so many football games. And yet, here we are. The only football game you get is Madden, and the only difference is every year is a roster update. A roster update. All right? Yeah, Joe Montana was great. Sega Genesis, I used to play that on. I forget there's another one. There was one other football game I used to play. But anyway, you guys won't ever play it. Chat. I saw somebody say it in chat, but I want to know the rest of you, right?
It's a monopoly, Krebsy. That's the issue. If you're paying for a license, I'm the only one that can make a football game using the NFL names. That's a monopoly. I don't understand
NFL quarterback club.
I don't understand why this is a conversation anymore. This is a monopoly. Nobody else can make a game.
Alexander says, Madden is terrible. I'm a football fan, but I have not played one of these games in a decade. The last one I bought was, I think it was 2013. And the only reason I got it is because I bought the NFL Sunday ticket. It came with the game. So I only bought the game because of the Sunday ticket that they were advertising for. And I never played the actual game. Right? It was a promotion. Right? I used to love sports games.
So sad, bro.
Haven't bought a Madden game. My son's 11. I haven't bought one in 13 years, 14 years.
2030. These 5-year dings, bro.
You know, I almost, before this was announced, because Madden's on Game Pass, right? I was like, I haven't played a Madden game in 14 years, right? I was getting a little excited because all the Giants talk of the two rookie guys. I was like, oh, I want to play them. I almost downloaded it, and then this article came out. I went, no, I'm good. Thank you, world, for coming in and smacking me upside the head. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? You can't play that game. All right, so Madden football, dead to me for another 5 years, which is sad.
There's no progression in the actual genre of sports. They just cookie cutter everything over again. Nobody tries it. They recycle the stuff that they take out. They call it new. Nobody pushes the actual game forward. They just don't.
Speaking of minimal viable product, and had you by the balls, and now no one's there. They don't have you by the balls anymore, and they're bribing people to come back. Destiny. Destiny 2 announces a massive returning player bonus in Renegades. You get a free exotics, bright dust. You get increased XP.
It's called a bribe.
That's a bribe.
Yeah, a bribe.
Guys, please come back to Destiny. Please don't go play the other things. We'll give you all of these things that we were going to charge you for. We'll give you the exotics. We'll give you the bright dust. It's going to be very little, but we're going to give it to you. We're going to give you XP, even though we've increased the things to make it more harder to get XP. We're going to make it to give you more XP. Come on, guys. Come on. It's like Chunk from Goonies. Come on. Right? That's what Destiny is now.
If Destiny was a generation, it'd be a boomer. It's going out sad. It's going out sad.
It's so sad.
It's going out
but at
sad.
the same time, I don't give a shit.
But it's well deserved. It's well deserved at this point. Right? Nothing lasts forever. A game doesn't go on forever. I'm sorry. You announced 10 years. Everybody suffered for 10 years. They gave you their money. Everybody was happy. It ended, but you guys couldn't let it go. You couldn't put all your effort into Marathon. Instead, you wanted to keep a coma victim alive, and at the same time, you wanted to steal from as many people as possible in order to make your new live service game. And both those attempts failed miserably. I can't wait to see Marathon. I can't wait.
DTM says, we'll give you XP present, and then throttle it like we always do. Exactly right. It's exactly right.
I don't forget all the things done to me by Bungie over the years. The list is long. The stealing of art is it's like a punctuation mark, right? It's like we do all these things, and at the end, steal art, exclamation point. Then we do all these things, another one, steal art, punctuation mark. Like, this is standard for them. Standard.
Eric Jones says, how much bright dust are we talking about here? Asking for a friend.
Yeah. How much?
I don't know. Let me see.
Stuff.
Let's see. Let's see if they say it. Let's see if they say it inside the thing here. Let me see. Renegade.
200. 200.
Okay. How it works. Okay. Here it goes. In this week's Destiny blog, Bungie revealed a generous set returning players bonus for Destiny 2's upcoming Renegade expansion. How it works. If you didn't sign in or earn 30 ranks during season 27, there's a prerequisite. Edge of Fate, you'll automatically be flagged as a returner when Renegade launches. Okay, so basically, if you've already been playing like secretively, and then erasing it off your drive so none of your friends see you playing it, you're not eligible. You have to be far from that you haven't played. Okay. To get this, it says this grant accesses you to return boon, a set of bonuses to make it easier to progress and earn rewards. Okay, the returner boon gives a 6 month XP boost. 6 months XP boost across all activities.
But the XP boost is 0.5.
Oh, of course, right.
Right, the XP boost is 0.5. We all know that. We all know it says 0.5.
Oh my God. Okay. Completed order. The new objective system replacing bounties also grants returner gift up to 10 per week and 30 total. Okay. It says basically a fast track to get you back into the flow of things while earning new loot along the way. Okay. Returner gifts. Each returner gift acts as a small reward package for returning players. Bungie says that there are also 30 total gifts you can earn by completing orders. Okay. Return gifts has a reward pool of 30 unique items. Some of the items are enhancement materials, tier 3, tier 4 gear, exotic engrams, 1,000 bright dust, a $10 bright dust,
$10 bright dust,
an iridescent engram.
Where do I sign up?
Right, iridescent engram that rolls random Eververse item you don't own. Oh, that's nice. Randomly. They don't want to give you the iridescent engram to let you pick. It's random what they could pick. The pool behind the scenes is the cool items that everybody wants. That's like 0.0000001%, and then they're like everything else, right?
The minute this releases, mark my words. The minute this releases, no more than a week goes in, someone will identify the XP throttling or something else that's going on with this bribe. It'll be found out immediately, and they're going to blitz it. They will blitz the story completely. Like, another story about Bungie. Here we go. XP throttling.
Here it says, returner blessing. Even if you're not a returner yourself, you can still get something out of this. If you're a party up with the returning players who has also a boon active, you automatically receive returner's blessing while you're with them. Do you know what that means, Sarge? Do you understand that the reason they're giving the people that didn't leave, that are still loyal people, they get nothing?
They get nothing.
They get nothing.
Because
there's so many people.
They're happy just handing over stuff. Yeah.
But there's so many people that left that they're like, you're bound to get in the group with somebody that has passed, so you're going to get the bonus rewards anyway for the XP boost, right? Can you? Holy Christ.
We don't want to give everyone the bonus. We just assume that the people who have constantly gave us money over the years will eventually be with.
Yeah, they're going to give you the money anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. That's the best way of thinking about things, right? The people who are loyal get nothing. The bribe is out to pull the other people in, and just from the bribe, you guys should get something too. That's how we treat you.
Yeah, if you're a person that's been playing this entire time, you absolutely get nothing. You usually depend on the people that didn't play, and you have to get in a group with them because it's all about the friends you made along the way.
Always about the friends.
It's always about the friends you made along the way.
You, and especially you, Krebsy. The friends along the way.
Holy shit!
It's not even sad anymore. It's
pathetic.
It's exactly what Bungie would do. That's what you just read is like someone just reading the alphabet to me. Exactly the same order. Notes, nothing's changed. The letters are the letters.
So
completely fine.
From one sad company to the next. Okay. The next sad company is Ubisoft is asking staff at Division Studio Massive Entertainment, the same people that kept the studio alive, by the way, because they worked on the Star Wars game, they worked on Division 2, and they're working on Division 3. Entertainment to volunteer to be laid off.
Volunteer to be laid off.
We had a story like this about 8 months ago about, remember, I forget what they called it. They're like, who wants to come in and what was the word they used?
Volunteer.
They didn't use volunteer. They used something else in the thing. But yeah, you have to volunteer to be fired. So the reason they do this is they're like, okay, guys, here, let me get the mug. Here's the mug.
I can't imagine what the ultimatum is on this.
Hey guys, Lumberg here. I'm gonna need you guys to. I need 10 people to stand up right now. I have a free Subway card, $10 Subway card. That it's a good sandwich, tomatoes and lettuce. It's only $10. If you quit now, you guys can get this.
Is this an AI story? Is this an AI story? I didn't ask you.
If you guys need anybody that doesn't quit right now, the next batch, I have this used toothpick that I will give you if you quit right now. That is your bonus right now. I'll give you a used toothpick. Anybody want to volunteer to quit? Please.
Is this a fake story? I need to ask before we
No,
go
this is
on
not a
any
fake
further.
story. This is a
This
real
not
story.
a fake story. This is a real story.
This is a real story.
This is not AI made or some kind of bullshit.
This is
real.
This is a real story. Yep.
That's fucking sad, dude.
Yeah, here.
If
There's
you
another one right here.
If you voluntarily think of what the ultimatum is. Okay, let's think about this. If I ask you as the employer, if I ask you to voluntarily lay yourself off, that means it absolves me of any kind of unemployment benefits at all. Now,
Yeah, but it's a game though. Because if you don't leave now,
right, then I can never hire you back.
Yes, that's right.
They'll say that if you don't voluntarily fire yourself, that I can never hire you back. I won't hire you back.
Yeah.
Like that'll be like the ultimatum. Otherwise, what is the point of that?
Yep.
You would have to put me in a position where I'd have to say yes for that statement to even be valid.
If you voluntarily leave, they'll probably say, but they won't tell this in the story. Maybe they do. Maybe in the story. Maybe there's a little bonus. Hold on. Let me see. Let me just scroll down real fast. Because usually when they do this, they'll be like, we need people to volunteer to be let go. And what they'll do is they won't tell them, but they'll bring them in. They have to sign an NDA, okay? And they'll be like, we'll give you this much money to help you transition or whatever it is. Okay, don't say anything. Don't say anything because we don't have enough to give to a lot of people. So this is a first come, first serve type of basis where the people that get let go later, they won't have this opportunity. So your ultimatum now is take the money and leave or keep your job, okay, and maybe get fired later.
But that doesn't make sense because if you fire them, you still have to give them severance. You still have to give them unemployment. That's how it works.
Correct, but they can leave it where they can give them less money now. What I'm saying is the severance packages, they fire them. If it's a massive layoff, they can, but they're trying to lessen that. They don't want to pay, if there's 100 people, they don't want to pay unemployment for 100 people. They would rather have 60 people take the money early that's less than they think they were going to get, because it's almost like, do you want door number one or what's behind the box? Right?
That's what they're doing.
That's what this is. Yeah. Do you want to quit yourself and take what's in the box, or keep your job and roll the dice to see if you get fired later? That's what's happening right now.
This is disgusting, bro.
Yeah. It says here, the statement says that Ubisoft negotiate a proposal with the staff of collective negotiations before making a decision, and the proposal goes through. It will result in a reduction of maximum of 60 positions. And this is the company. This is the company that was actually making actual games for them.
How do you spin the web? Let's say you had to pay like 70% of like the salary. So let's say you had to pay like $64K weekly for X number of weeks for severance. So instead of saying to give that money weekly, because you have to claim your weeks, you have to make it convenient. So you would have to say something like, instead of you collecting your weeks for however many weeks you're going to be unemployed, I'm going to give you the $65K up front, 70% of your salary up front, for you to say, Dick, fire yourself, and then maybe we'll give you a reference. Like it's so twisted, bro.
Maybe
it's so twisted because otherwise you have to go online and you have to put in your weeks. You have to go online unemployment and you have to ask for the money, right? And they'll say, well, for convenience, we'll just give you this much money up front right now, so you don't have to worry about claiming the weeks, right? That's how it has to be.
What about if it's some sort of, we need you to volunteer, and whoever volunteers keeps their job, and everybody else gets fired?
Oh, it's even dirtier. That's even dirtier, bro.
It's like Hunger Games, right?
You want to see who wants to volunteer, then you tell them
who's worthy. Yeah. Who's worthy enough to stay at Massive? Anyone that lays off right now, come up. They're like, they really hate the job. They're like, I'm fucking out. I'll quit. Right? And they're like, I appreciate it, Mike. Step across the side over here. Yeah. Then all the people stand up and they go, all right, I just want to say that all these people that stood up right now, they all get to keep their job and everybody else is fired. You're like, what the fuck is happening right now?
This is fucking crazy, bro. This is fucking crazy. It's just insanity. Absolute insanity. How radically twisted is the gaming industry? This is imagine being someone who's coming into the industry bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and all you see is this, right? Yep. I worked for 18 months. Someone fires me, NDA, can't say anything, wants me to fire myself. I got to move. I got to go to Canada. Like, the list just goes on and on. I'm like, what's happening, bro? How is this a career? Like, I would flip the fuck out. Like, 5 years in, I'd be like, I'm out.
This is one of the reasons.
Drugs.
This is one of the reasons when I was in the film industry, you never knew where your next job was, because while you were on the job as a camera guy, freelance, right? I was making connections to get my next job. I was always on the phone calling someone, hey, what are you working on? What are you doing? Hey, do you need a camera guy, right? I was always my own agent. I was always trying to push myself and hustle, right? The prime job that you want when you're not in between movies and commercials and music videos and all that other stuff is that you want to get on a sitcom, or you want to get on a TV series where you have 6 months of official pay, or you want to work on like I used to love working the NFL games, especially in Florida, because every weekend there was a home game. If it was Jacksonville, if it was Tampa, if it's Miami, and I would travel and I was constantly working. Or you get a nice, this is a cake job, NBA. You get game after game. You just sit there in the arena and you're like, oh, look at this, I'm just moving a camera side. That's the life that you want as a camera guy, right? You want to
watching the game.
Yeah, you get to watch sports.
Game, but no, what I'm saying is watching the game while just holding a camera. That's the dream
right.
job, right?
That's the dream job.
Watching the game live.
Yeah, you're getting paid to watch the game that you love.
So let me ask you a question. When do they get rid of the camera and the guy just wears a thing on his head and he's actually just watching the game?
They have that already,
right?
They already have that.
Yeah,
they have
camera anymore. There's like he's just wearing.
There's rigs and stuff.
The game.
Yeah, there's rigs that they have. They put GoPros on people and stuff like that. Yeah, that 100%. You don't even need a camera guy anymore.
You're literally just watching the game.
You can just pop it there. The only reason a guy would be standing next to the camera is so the fans don't steal it. That would be the only reason. You can control all the cameras from the truck.
I know. This is what I'm trying to say. No one's gonna have a fucking job, bro.
Yeah. Well, I'll have more time to play video games, Sarge. You know who else is going to have more time to play video games, Sarge? The next story. More than 1,200 game journalists have left the media in the last 2 years. Well, if you ask me, that's not enough.
Well, they didn't leave.
It's not enough.
Let's show where's Senior Frog, bro. Where's the Senior Frog? Like they didn't leave. Right? They got the letter that says put the fries in the bag. That's what they got.
According to a press engine data, the global pool of games journalists has shrunk by 25%.
And relief throughout the land.
Right. Thank God.
Thank God.
That's according to the data supplied by VGC Press Engine, a popular PR tool used by developers and publishers to distribute codes and press releases to a global database and journalists and content creators. According to the Press Engine, more than 600 journalists who regularly cover video games at a major outlet around the world and disappeared from the database in the past 12 months.
Disappeared? What do you mean disappeared?
Virtually the same number of people left their positions for 12 months before that, and the firm said they haven't taken up roles on other media companies. According to the Press Engine database, one publication and Cover Games, which is also defined as a major website, both specialist and mainstream, with 7-figure plus audiences, the global pool of game journalists has declined by 25% in just 2 years, and the vast majority of these departures were also specialist games websites like IGN, Polygon, and GameSpot. So, if amateur, part-time, and freelance writers are included, the number of departures from the games media swells more than 4,000 people since October of 2023. So,
let me ask you a question. If you're hired to be a games journalist, you're told that you have to play one game a month. You have to go through the game and do a review on it. And you decide that I'm going to have ChatGPT write the article. I don't actually really want to play the game. I'm going to cheat on the game and not really give anyone's like, what the fuck are you doing in this job? Like, what are you doing in this job? If you don't write anything and you don't play anything, then what the fuck is your job? What's your job?
I mean, I'm looking at this right now. This article might be written by, but who knows?
Well, look for the markers. Look for the markers.
The Gamer website suffers widespread editorial layoffs as well. So that's another news story. So lots and lots of people are losing their jobs in this industry. But
they weren't working, right? It's not when you don't do your job, you didn't lose your job. They just removed you from the position because you weren't doing anything, right? You were using ChatGPT to write articles, and you didn't play the games you were told to play, and you gave it a score, and you collected a paycheck. Get the fuck out of here, bro. right? We got 12-year-old kids that don't have fathers. We could put in that position that they could play video games all day and write about it. At least they would fucking write about it.
That's true. It's true.
Fuck out of here, man. Fuck these people.
Well, actually, you know what? Since we'll move from that, let's go here. Let's go to
25%.
story.
When it gets to 50% and someone actually writes words on a piece of paper, I can't wait to read it.
Well, here's the next story, Sarge. $96.5 million for Nadell. Microsoft CEO receives a record pay in a year that saw 15,000 plus layoffs.
And that's how you get paid.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. If you're
business is booming for Microsoft,
if you're the chief executive officer, the only way you collect more bonus money is to get rid of some people.
So I was talking to Sarge before the show, and we were going back and forth a little bit with this. And I said, we hate guys like this, like CEOs, because of the money that they're making, right? They're making $96.5 million.
It's not the money that they're making. It's the difference in money that they make from the employee. That's the issue.
I understand that, which is the money, which is the amount of money. If he got 100,000, a million, 2 million, like what's good enough for them to get the bonus that he did his job?
Which is what job? What did he do?
I don't know. I've never been a CEO of a multi-trillion-dollar company.
I mean, I watch a lot of interviews with CEOs. They seem to have a pretty good time sitting around and making decisions, smoking cigars.
The way I look at it, and I'm not agreeing with it, right? Capitalism is capitalism. Okay?
I get it.
If an employee that works at McDonald's and the manager comes up to him and says, if you sell 100 hamburgers today, I will give you a week's pay. Incentive.
I
right?
get it.
And they're they're pushing that and they're like, hey, I made it, right? So they sold the most hamburgers, they get a bonus, right? Next level up, manager. If you can get 100 employees to sell 100 hamburgers in the next month, you'll get 20% of your salary. They're like, all right, let's do that, right? So they push down. And then there's this guy. When the board of directors says, if you can find a way for us to make the most money ever, okay? That's all they say. The most money ever, we'll give you a bonus. And he's like, challenge accepted. Phil, I need you to fire 15,000 employees across all things. And Phil Spencer's like, fuck. All right. And Nadell goes, thank you, Phil. $96.5 million bonus, right? Like that.
And this is where you press the button to see Zorn from Fifth Element.
Yes, that clip.
This is the clip you need.
We need to get rid of 500. Yes, we need 500,000.
Fire a million.
Right. Fire a million. That's exactly right. That's it.
All I'm saying, I'm not against capitalism. I'm not against capitalism. My issue is that the mentality of the board of directors on a corpo, okay, when they hire a CFO, they have to make the number really big enough in order for someone that wants to be, who's just, the CFOs float around, that they float around in the void, right? Did you know how that worked? That's how this works. So what happens is a CFO, he floats around in the void, right? He's just floating around, driving his Corvette, going to Tahiti, right? And then someone sends him a phone message and says, hey, we have this company, we make video games. We want to know if you want to be in charge for 2 years. And he goes, oh, I answered the phone. He's like, oh, yeah, that's kind of cool. Let me sit down with you. And they go, so this is what we need you to do.
Right.
We need you to look over this many studios. This is the things that we're looking forward to. This is the stockholders list of things that they need. And we need this to happen in an 8-year period. Do you think you can handle that? And this is the bonus structure if you do. And the CF goes, sure, no problem. And so he gets to sit around, talk to other people, find out who's good, find out who's bad. He fires a couple people here and there to figure out he puts his people in. We make some video games. And then the board and the stock people are like, well, you made 40 million copies last year. We need 40 million copies this year.
We need 80 million this year. Yeah.
So then they make the game. They only sell 20 million copies, right? Is it the CEO? Is it the CEO's fault? Nope, not his fault. It's the game just wasn't good enough. So we have to let go of some of these people because the game wasn't good enough. And at the end of the 8 years, after all the hirings and firings and selling the game, they go, well, after the destruction of you coming in, making 5 games, firing 35,000 people, this is the bonus you get before you leave.
Right.
right? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the company implodes. He just jumps out of the plane with the golden parachute and he goes right back to the void and floats around
until someone calls him up.
To do the job.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Right? All I'm saying is the guy in charge of the company who's in charge of oversees the developments shouldn't be worth 127 times the employee, right? 10 times, 20 times, cool. Get your check, get your cheddar. But
the company has to show that the corporation has to show the money moving, because if they keep it in certain places, then they have to pay more taxes and stuff on it. So they'd rather give it to somebody else. So that's exactly what they do. This is exactly what all corporations do. And this is why corporations don't give a shit about you, me, the people that work at the company.
Or the video game.
It just needs, it's Unicron. It just needs to eat. It just needs to eat and keep eating.
Bro, they need to have studios.
Krebs says it's actually 480 times, Sarge.
It's retarded, bro.
Yeah.
It's retarded. Listen, I get everyone wants a paycheck. I get it. But if we're firing 20% of the staff every year, every time we make a game, we're firing 20% of the staff only to hire some more people after. What are we doing?
Well,
what are we doing?
Well, he gets his bonus, right? And now Microsoft is going back into, because now insider Xbox profit pressure, how a 30% margin target is reshaping everything from the studio to strategy and upsetting fans. Okay. Yeah. So
bring it on, kid.
Obviously, look at this woman right here.
I want to see someone buy $1,000 Xbox and say it's awesome.
Look at her. Look. I don't know who this is. I don't know anything about her. I'm just looking at her look, and she's like, I have to bullshit my way to make my money to keep my job, and I have to push people to get that 30% margin. That's what I'm on the stage doing right now.
That's correct.
Right? That's exactly what she's doing. She's like, telepathically, she's like, I don't believe that we're going to hit this 30% margin, but we have to if I want to keep my job. Right? That's exactly what's happening here. Right? Over the summer, he says, I said on my Xbox 2 podcast that they heard a rumor that Microsoft was forcing Xbox to deliver a 30% profit margin. However, unable to land enough concrete evidence, I hope this is an insane figure that it's also been hearsay, I must have been right. Apparently, it isn't. Bloomberg reports that Dina Bass, Jason Schreier, just revealed that Microsoft CFO Amy Hood is indeed asking Xbox to meet an accountability margin of 30%, which is far, far in excess of a reasonable target for the video game industry and in particular the gaming hardware industry. Okay. Over the past few years, Microsoft Gaming Division has undergone some insane and self-destructive transitions, cutting studios, slashing marketing budgets, and sprinting to the release of games and reveal performance at a detriment of its own. Okay, Microsoft has also rapidly hiked prices, harming consumers or customers while laying off literally thousands, reducing any semblance of goodwill that Xbox had left to zero. Okay, the changes, according to Bloomberg, coincide with Microsoft CFO Amy Hood taking a greater role in the gaming business at Xbox. The 30% profit demands are far beyond the industry averages, which range from the low 20s at best. So it says, I've been writing this for a while now about my sources have been blaming Amy Hood for the major issues at the right now for Xbox. As Microsoft doubles down on a short for shareholders, pandering over long-term goals and customers' feedback. So I go back to her again. Now I know who she is. Fuck her, right? Because that's the person that's raising the prices of everything.
But you understand how this works. When Xbox was selling hardware in box stores with physical copies, right? The reason why they took a loss is because the numbers of people that would be buying video games from that piece of hardware. That was the original deal, right? We're selling the hardware at a loss because we're going to sell so many games, a piece of the game will go for the hardware and it'll cancel it out. What's happening now is that because they're not selling the hardware in box stores,
right? The
box store used to take part of the cut against them, so they didn't take the cut fully, right? That was the deal, right? The market. You would say to a box store, like, we want to sell this in your store. We want to sell this many units,
right?
But we need that be under this kind of underneath this kind of market share. Can you do that? Can you eat some of the costs? And for that, we'll give you the long-term contract.
That's why there's a suggested retail price. Yeah,
that's correct. So now when you get rid of that and you're only selling it yourself, you are selling it now. You're selling the digital product and you're selling the hardware. Nobody's taking the cut anymore.
Right.
You're the only one taking the cut. So they're like, well, we don't want to take the cut. We don't want to take that big of a cut. So now we're going to raise the price of the consoles to offset the cut that we would normally lose, which doesn't make sense. Once again, the game is digital, right? I don't understand what you guys think the price of a game is supposed to be. What is the salary of these guys that has gone up this much that you think that when you got rid of the hardware, you got rid of the manuals, you got rid of the boxes, you got rid of the discs, you got rid of everything, and you still have to sell 40 million copies of a game in order to pay for it? Is Disney in charge of every development studio?
It's terrible. Yeah.
Who is running these fucking studios, bro? It's insanity.
Especially when you look at it, a game like Schedule 1, which is like one guy created that game, or Pal World, where 60 people created that game, right?
Loaded, bro.
Right, and all these other companies, even the game Sworn. You know what? I never looked it up yesterday. How many people the studio that made Sworn? Right. Let me look that up real fast. Right. Studio. Let me see. Sworn game. Okay, the studio that made the game Sworn is Windwalk Games. Okay, Windwalk Games. Okay, Windwalk Games.
It's nuts, Krebsy.
Total
nuts.
employees. Total employees. Let's see if it says it. 36. 36 people worked in that game that we played last night. Okay.
Seems completely rational to me.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying, right? So I'm just saying that you don't need 10,000 people to make a video game. You don't need 5 studios, then 4 because you let go of one, okay, to make the next Battlefield game and still come out unfinished, right? You don't need to have a $500 million budget for a video game. Right, you could lower your.
But we're gonna make it up in the back end, bro. We're gonna sell skins and this other shit in the background. BR is gonna make it. We're gonna sell battle passes. We're gonna make it up in the end anyway, right? We're gonna make it up in the end anyway. Like that's the mentality, man. Right? This is what we're doing.
Yep.
This is what we're doing.
Corporation salute.
It's absolutely insanity, bro.
Yeah.
No matter, for some reason, it's only been 10 years. For some reason, games could sell a single-digit million, like 3 million, 4 million, 8 million. They'd be fine. We're making another game. For some reason, costs have gone up so much that we have to sell 14 times more games than we did before in order to break even. That's like Disney running Disney's in charge, bro.
Disney, right? Nobody's in charge. Nobody's in charge, really.
Disney's in charge because Disney doesn't know how to run anything. 18. Did you hear about Warner Brothers?
Yeah, they're up for sale.
Up for sale?
Yeah.
This is gonna be, bro.
Yeah, Netflix might buy them, right? Netflix could buy them. Sony could buy them. An Arabian Prince could buy them. Like, anybody could buy them. They're up for sale, right? Which means, I would actually love to see this, right? Whoever buys it
wants it bad, bro, because they want the Harry Potter stuff all underneath one roof.
If they buy it, I would love them to reboot James Gunn's DC universe that he just started. I would fucking laugh my ass off, right? Because they'll be like, we want to start our own thing. Because then, if Universal buys them, not only can they get rid of the X-Men that are in Islands of Adventure or Universal Studios, they can get rid of all that X-Men stuff for Disney that they keep paying for. Okay, and then they can take the Disney stuff and just, instead of the Hulk, it's now the Batman, right? You know what I mean? They could change it completely up, put a paint job on it, boom, right? Completely change. Then they have all that stuff. Then they have all the, the IPs and stuff that they can use for rides, for television shows, spin-offs, whatever else they need to do. It would be a good pickup for Universal Studios. Then there would be a real big competition for Disney, not only in the entertainment space for theme parks, but they would also be a big entertainment for just movies and in general.
Dude, there's so much turmoil in the game.
Done.
It's off the charts at this point, man. They're so bloated. Nobody can make a game with a profit without putting and they put themselves in this position where they have to put battle passes, they have to put microtransactions, they have to put skins, otherwise they can't make it. It's impossible, bro. It's impossible. And every time, and here's how you know they're wrong. Every time one of these studios makes a blockbuster game like Larian or the guys that doubled up their mortgage for Cuphead, like anytime a game comes out or Clear Obscure, anybody that comes out and does well with a video game, immediately the media comes after them and the retribution is fierce. The media comes out down on them immediately because they can't have it. They can't have a studio come out and say, well, we made a game. We did it with this number of people. It did this well, and everything's fine, right? They can't have that. You can't have that coming out in the open, so they have to immediately be attacked by the media. It's fucking insane, bro.
Yeah, Krebsy, they had 2 years ago they had $50 billion debt. Now they're down to $35 billion debt. Warner Brothers, yeah. And look, in any world, in any other business, if I was $35 billion in debt, I would have to close down. These companies stay alive and floated for decades. Did you know the CW, which is owned by Warner Brothers, has never, ever, with the Arrowverse, Smallville, all the shows, has never made a profit.
Write-off. It's a write-off.
Never made a profit. Imagine a whole network, and I worked for CW. I filmed for them and stuff, right? They pay me mine. I don't give a shit. They've never made a profit. Okay? It's absolutely asinine.
Write-off. It's a write-off.
Of course it is.
Moving on. Right? They don't care. Right? Everything is built off of Fugazi, bro. It's all fake. Right? The made-up prices, the made-up salaries. Like, what are we talking about? You can't... What? It's absolutely fact that as soon as somebody does well and it's not under the same umbrella, they immediately attack them. Watch. Every game that's come out, it does the same thing. Clear Obscure, Larian, they all did well. Immediate attack because they can't have it come out that can be normal. That's normal.
Yeah.
Those companies are normal. What's going on right now with this battle between all this nonsense and everyone's like, that's just the way it is. No, motherfucker. That's not how it is.
Right. That's why they write the articles, because the people that control the actual...
Your fucking Tahoe is not supposed to be $125,000.
Right. The companies that have the money, have the news outlets in their pocket. So when they say something, they're like, oh, we can't have this game. You have to talk bad about this game, right? I mean, look at that hit piece that's making its rounds again. IGN talking about Arc Raiders and giving it the worst fucking review ever, but yet glowing reviews for Marathon. But yet Marathon didn't know what the fuck it was doing. Art stolen. They're back to the drawing board. And then this one, rock solid performance. Everyone likes it that's played it. Okay. They can't talk good about it because it's not the narrative that they want, right? Because it's $40. It's not a $70 game.
That's correct.
The polish of what it is. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Yeah.
It's 100%. 100%. It's not even funny anymore, bro.
I think Krebsy, my picks for if I would like to see Universal or Amazon. Amazon's probably going to pick it up. Disney can't do it. They won't let Disney do it. They got Fox. They paid $77 billion for Fox. 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
We're getting into monopoly range now.
Or it goes to a third party, someone that's just a cajillionaire that we don't know about. That's like an oil bearer.
If Warner Brothers gets bought out, dude, the umbrella of companies underneath Warner Brothers. It's a monopoly thing that it's going to be an antitrust suit immediately. You can't have all those companies under one roof. You can't have it.
Dupla says Netflix. I don't want Netflix to buy them. Netflix. Everyone loves Netflix. Netflix is the reason that the entire industry has blown up, right? The bargain bin became the leader of movies.
However, sidebar, Netflix pairing up with AMC is strong, bro.
Oh, I didn't know that. What would they pair up with?
You didn't know? You didn't hear about that?
No, I haven't heard it.
Okay, so we'll talk after the show's over, but I'll just give you the basics. So Netflix approached the AMC.
Okay.
Because Netflix has blown themselves up so badly, right? They need to go back to a normal state of programming instead of doing binge watching and all this other crap. So
imagine that.
So what they want to do is, like, for instance, this Christmas, they're going to put Stranger Things in the theater.
Right. Oh, I did see that. I did see an article that they're putting in the theaters. Yeah.
They're going to put some of their series as episodes in the theater for people to go watch in the theater to help out AMC.
Right.
Right. You don't have to binge watch it. Right. Yes. And then they said the words are, well, that sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah, but
what happens if I have a Netflix account? Well, you would go to the theater, you would scan that you have Netflix, and you'd only get charged whatever because you already have the Netflix account. And then you go in and buy the popcorn and stuff. Maybe your ticket's only $2 or $4, but then you go buy the popcorn and stuff for the theater, and you go watch the theater. That's what they're trying to do.
Who said this? Who said this?
I'm telling you, that's what they're doing. This is not made up. This is not made up.
Who said this? I said this. Just a couple of months ago, I was like, if I owned a theater, I would show Netflix in the theater to get people to come to the theater because you make money off the concession stands and the food and whatnot.
I'm telling you, this is what's happening.
Unbelievable. Look at this.
Is what's happening.
I did it again, chat. I've done it again.
This is what's happening.
Give me my flowers. Give me my cookies. Boom. What happened now?
It's fucking crazy.
Pickle Bond. Can't wait for the Kingard said this, not 30. I don't even know what you're talking about. Right? I've done it again. I said that Netflix to get people back in theaters and stuff, you have to make theaters more like the living room. You have to be a reason for people to go to the theaters and actually why. 2 years ago, Netflix rented out theaters and they made like events after like what's that game show thing they have? Squid Games. They did like Squid Games. They did Bridgerton, right? They rented out spaces and showed their opening of their stuff and made it like an event where they cooked food and people saw the stuff.
That's what they want.
Right?
They want to get back into more socialization. Yes.
Imagine that.
Yes.
You know what I love? Sorry, I brought this up on my stream earlier today. I happened to be going through my shorts because I've been putting shorts up in there, and I came across one of the shorts I did last year almost 2 years ago when the last Fallout series came out, and I said that Bethesda and Amazon fucked up because they should have done it week by week. Okay, and the only reason they did
they're doing that way now.
That's right. They are doing it now because they make more money doing it week by week. More advertisers come in. They build up the buzz. It lasts longer. From a business standpoint, it makes 100% sense.
More money.
Right. Exactly right. Right. Everyone told me, what a shit take. What a stupid take. It's never going to happen. It's absolutely amazing to me that people don't see. Like everybody wants everything for free, but it doesn't work that way. It has to get paid. People need to get their jobs money, right? Like when I worked on the thing, you're paying tens of thousands to millions of dollars to make that show, and it can't come down to just $10. Okay, and you're not paying that $10 every month. Right. You're waiting for the binge, and you only rent it for 1 month for $10, and you watch 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours of content. Old television was like 22 episodes. Okay,
half the year.
Yeah, half a year. Take the time off for holidays. Everyone talks about it. Advertisers before the show, advertisers after the show. TGI Friday was a huge event with Family Matters and Full House and all this other stuff. People don't understand. Like they just think everything just happens and they can just do whatever they want.
Zero concept of how things get paid. Zero.
Well, people don't understand how food goes from the farm to the actual fucking supermarket, so it doesn't surprise me. Okay, they just think a peach appears in the supermarket.
We've said this in the past. It's not a joke.
I know it's not a joke.
It's not a joke. I have run into people who believe, I shit you not, that food appears in the supermarket. I'm not joking. It's not a joke, right? They just think, well, there's not going to be any problems. The food just appears in the supermarket. Like, no idea how things happen.
I have no idea. Like, what? I don't understand. Why are you guys out of pancakes? Because we didn't get any. Because they didn't make them anymore. Because they're out of money. Because people were just stealing it. Oh, okay, whatever. They don't care.
It's Dark Taco, not a joke, bro. Not a joke. Not a joke. I'm not saying that to be. Nope, not a joke. I'm not saying it to be hyperbolic. Seriously, we're on that level of stupidity.
The last thing, which I just said on Monday, right? We were talking about roadmaps. I said, you don't need roadmaps. Look at No Man's Sky. I said on Monday's show, Sean Murray just tweets out, and a half hour later, he just announces the thing that they're doing, right? He puts like an emoji in the thing, and then all of a sudden, like, this is what he does, right? He just does like a post. Let me see if I can find the post that he did before this one. Okay, this is it right here. That's the post. Just a couple of emotes, right? That's it. And then 30 minutes later, Right, 40 minutes later, he drops the actual expansion, whatever the expedition that comes out. Right, you don't need roadmaps, but again, here we are. So No Man's Sky has another update that you can go out. Breach Expedition, Space Rex, Prime System Exploration, Salvage Ship Parts, Survey Gas Giants, Atlas Corvettes, Infestations, Ghost Starships, new base parts, improved shipbuilding, salvaging stuff. You can rip parts off a ship that you find in space and then put it on your ship and stuff like that.
Bro, this game is now called No Man's Time. I can't. There is no way,
man's time. That's great.
There's no way you can play this game anymore. Like, who has the time to play this?
No man's time.
If you play this game, this is a job, bro. This is a job.
Yeah, 9 years, and still supporting it.
It's a job, bro.
And by the way, 0 microtransactions. It's the best live service game out there.
And I don't understand, how are they paying their people, bro? Are they selling drugs on the side? How are these guys getting paid?
I covered this like 2 years ago. They made so many sales when the game originally came out, okay, that they don't have to charge a dime, okay, for 12 years.
Yeah, but I said to him, you're allowed to charge like $20.
Yeah, you can charge now.
$30. Charge somebody something. So once again, there was
only 14 people that made the game.
I understand. This is what I'm saying. What people can do on a team of devs, EAs, Activisions, they are bloated garbage with these inflated inventory of people. It's ridiculous, bro. How can you not? So what you're saying is, back in the day, this is how it worked.
Yep.
We sold games and stayed in business. Now all of a sudden
it's not.
We can't do it.
What a business model. Yeah, what a business model.
Selling products and staying in business is not the business model anymore. Selling dreams. I'm selling dreams and kicking in the nuts. That's it.
Real quick stories as we put the banner up for if you guys want to ask a question. Go ahead and ask a question. We'll have Q&A in just a second. Story. They just had a Fallout Day was today, right?
Yeah.
So Fallout 76 is getting an update later in 2026, early 2026. They're actually, I don't know if you knew this, Sarge, but even though majority of the people that play Fallout 76 are on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and PC, they've never had an actual like native game on the new systems, because the game came out on the old systems, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One.
Couldn't handle shit,
right? That's why it was all what it was, and then you could play it on the new systems. So they're actually making an actual native version of the game in 2026 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S, and X. Okay, so I don't know if you have to pay for it. I'd be a little pissed that I've owned the box for 5 years, and then they finally make a game that actually works on the console, right? Because it would look a lot better if they natively made it to run on the actual 5 and the X. It would look much better. So hopefully when it comes out, it'll be did you freeze? Blink if you're there. Okay, Jesus. All right. It would be interesting to know if they're going to charge for it. I don't know. On top of that, Sarge, Fallout 4 has a anniversary edition coming out. I don't know if it's a remaster or if it's just an anniversary edition, but the anniversary edition comes out in 2 weeks, November 10th, I think it comes out.
That's because Bethesda has to find a way to make some money, bro.
Right? So they're putting Fallout 4 out with all the DLCs. Okay, all the DLCs. We don't know the price yet. I'm saying $50. I'm gonna go $50.
I don't think they have the balls to go above 50.
I think it's $50. Right?
You think it's gonna be 40?
No, they're doing $50 because they're putting the creation store in there.
Oh, the creation store. Okay.
Right? And then the circle's complete, right? Because Skyrim didn't have a creation store when it first came out, but then it does because they remastered it or re-put it out there, right? Is there a creation store in Oblivion? Chat, is there a creation store in Oblivion remaster that they put out? I don't know if there is. Well, anyway, Starfield's got it, Fallout's got it now, and Skyrim's got it, so it's 100%. It's complete. Because remember, Todd Howard said, "Man, we can't make money off those old games. It's kind of sad." And they're like, "Well, let's just release it."
Do you understand how many woke people work for Bethesda right now? Do you think that the Fallout game coming out or Elder Scrolls 6 is not going to be tainted all to fuck, bro? Do you realize what Elder Scrolls 6 is going to look like? It's basically going to be a pig in a dress, bro. It's going to be a pig in a dress, and you're going to have to call it madam, right? That's exactly what's going to happen with this game. They need to find a way to make money. And until they figure out the argument that's going on in the studio right now, like, they need to switch engines, period. Like, they can't be using...
They just update it. They just update it.
I don't give a fuck what they're talking about. They need to change engines. If you think that Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out, and here's the best, they think they're going to play the fucking GTA game, and they're going to do the double dip. They're going to come out right before the Xbox Series X goes away, and then they're going to want people to buy the new system and get the Elder Scrolls. Fuck you, dude. No way. If it comes in Gamebryo, it's over, bro. Right? They need to make money. What are they making? Right? They're obviously not making enough money off of 76. They're making some money, but they're not making the money. Right?
They're making good money. They're making good money off 76.
They're making decent money, but they ain't making epic money.
No. I think they're making epic. No, you're saying epic like Fortnite money, or you saying epic money? Yeah. They're not making that, but they're making good money. They made this game in like 13 months. And they fixed it over the last 8 years. They're making a shit ton of money off of this thing. Everything in the game is Fallout first. Well, no, it's Fallout first. You're paying the Fallout coins or whatever the fuck they're called, right? Dark Taco says $10 upgrade, Mike. Let's temper expectations, okay? All right. Maybe it is a $10 upgrade. I don't know if I would pay $10 for the upgrade. I'm being fine. We are going to jump back in, or at least I'm going to jump back in when the update comes out in December.
Bethesda
so we're going to play that.
Bethesda needs to have a chunk of money come in, bro. That's why they're doing... Listen, I want to know who's doing the remake of 3. That's what I want to know.
They are.
They better not be. Right?
They are.
They better not be doing the remake of 3. I got news for you, bro.
They're going to do 3, and they're going to do New Vegas. Of course they are.
You better get somebody else to do that shit.
You better call somebody.
You better call somebody else. You better call anybody else to do a remake instead of you.
Oh, they are making plenty of money. If they weren't making money on Fallout 76, you think it'd be around this long? They are making bank on that, right? They maybe spent $50 million on that game. Maybe, right? Because remember, we did a story that Todd Howard needed to hire more people, and they couldn't hire people because they wouldn't let them hire anybody. So he said, we need to hire people, and they made Fallout 76. And then once they made that game, after 13 months, they moved a whole bunch of people over to the next thing for Starfield. That's how he got around it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fallout 76 was just like a whole experiment of a thing.
Stories, bro.
Yeah.
It's not like the facts come in and mystery goes out the other ear. I remember all this shit. I don't forget this nonsense, bro. It's fucking mess.
All right, Chad. If you guys have questions, put a Q in front of it. We'll mark it. If not, I'll be more than happy to end the show.
Pig in a dress.
Yeah, it's pig in a dress. So there you go. There's some stories. I think you need
to type in something into ChatGPT to make a photo of a pig in a dress that's in the Fallout universe, and we use that as the still frame. That's what we need to have. We need to have one of those. I guarantee you, Chat can come up with one in less than 10 minutes. We need to have that. The pig in a dress Fallout with a Fallout motif, 1,000%. That's what this game's going to be.
Someone's creating it right now. It just works, right? 16 times the detail. It just works. So it looks like it's going to be an early one, Sarge. No one wants to ask any questions. Oh, there it is. There's one question. Alexander's got a question.
We give you all the answers. What do you mean? What kind of questions you're at? We give you all the answers. By the end of the show, you know a lot. If you haven't been paying attention, you should be scared.
We have so many things that we I got you, Nate. You got to make sure you got to make sure you put the what's the two dots? The two dots.
Like 85 and 15, bro. We're like 85 and 15 with the amount of bullshit that we call out.
We have a good track record. I'm not saying we're perfect in any way, shape, or form. We get a lot
wrong.
No
one's perfect. We're at least 85 and 15. Easy.
We're
easy.
We got it up there. See, now they're coming in. It's like a delay. All right, we got plenty of coming in, so I'm going to start them.
I'm not sure. What do you think will be worse? What do you think will be worse? Fallout 5 or Elder Scrolls 6? What do you think will be worse? Worse. We're not going for best. We're We're not going for best.
When you mean worse, though, in what way? Like the quality?
All the reasons why you buy a video game.
Like
all
it
the reasons why
it comes
you buy
out
a
like
game.
Cyberpunk 2077? Like that bad?
They need a new engine, bro. They cannot make
I
Fallout
think,
5 and Elder Scrolls 6 in the Gamebryo engine.
I think
cannot.
Since Skyrim's the next one up, I think Skyrim's worse than Fallout because by the time Fallout comes out, it's like 10 years from now. So I think Skyrim will be the one that.
You think Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out before Fallout? See, I think it's the other way around.
No, Skyrim's coming out next. That's the next one that's coming out.
Well, you're calling it Skyrim, but you mean
Sorry, the next
6.
Elder Scrolls. Yeah, the next Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out.
So you think that's coming out before Fallout?
Yes.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, that means someone else is making it. Another studio is making it. Fallout 5 comes out before Skyrim because they're working. On Elder Scrolls. I keep calling it Skyrim. Elder Scrolls. If they're making 6 right now, if Fallout 5 comes out, then Bethesda's not making it.
They said I've caught them now 4 times saying it. They said they're in pre-production with Elder Scrolls 6. Pre-production means you are 6 years out. 6 years out from that game coming out. That puts us at 31, bro.
It's probably going to come out in 2027.
No shot.
Here's why I think it comes out in 2027. Tail end of this console cycle, right into the next console cycle.
What, for the double dip?
Yes.
You think Bethesda has the balls to double dip?
Yeah, sure they do.
Oh my
100%. Well, they just raised console prices twice in 4 months. They just raised Game Pass to $30. You don't think that Bethesda has nothing to do with it. Microsoft says, "Hey Todd, we need you to put it out today." And they're like, "It's not ready for another 3 years."
Doesn't matter.
Fallout 76 made it. Put it out there,
matter.
right? They don't care.
Okay.
They don't care.
Real quick before we do the questions. If an Xbox piece of hardware comes out as the next generation of hardware, and it comes out at the basic price of $1,000 or $1,500, I'm out. I'll just go buy a PC. I'll just go buy a PC.
I just upgrade my PC.
Right? There is zero reason to buy an Xbox that runs Windows and buy a console at $1,000.
Take that back. It's not even just Xbox. If any of the companies make $1,000 console, there's no point to buy a console.
You do realize that I can pick up my phone right now and go to I'm not saying Newegg. You could do Newegg, but Digital Storm,
I buy power, PC,
build a PC,
whatever.
Build a PC, give him $250 or $300 down, and I pay $100 a month until I pay it off or whatever I want to do, and I have a brand new PC.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I want a fucking $1,000 or $1,400 console?
Krebsy says it's rumored to be $1,200. If it's $1,200, just spend $1,200 on a PC. You'll have better frame rate. You'll have better everything.
It's the same system. You're running on fucking Windows. You're on Windows. It makes no fucking sense, dude.
All right, we're going to Q&A. All right, Sarge. We got 14 of them. Real quick, all turn. 1 + 1 = 2. 2 years for subs. Here, take a cookie and a rose. Thank you very much for that. And thank you very much for the 24 months. Oh, let's go.
Happy birthday.
That's 2 years. Thank you very much for that.
Happy birthday.
That's awesome. First question. Alexander Smith says, "Have you been going through Arc Raiders withdrawal?"
Yes, he has. Yeah, he
a
loves
little bit.
He loves the game loop.
A little bit, yeah. I don't have that I'm not like Dave Chappelle in the skit. I'm not totally, but I miss it. There was something special about it, and I'm trying to keep because I'm not getting it day one. I don't think it comes out next week, right? It comes out Thursday. It's Halloween. We're doing a show, so I don't think I'm going to be able to. Actually, the show might start late.
Halloween's on Friday.
It's the 30th.
Halloween is the 31st of the month. What's wrong with you guys?
Oh, it's the 31st?
Halloween is Friday.
Oh, it is Halloween. Yeah, okay, never mind. All right. Well, we're doing a show on Thursday. Halloween's Friday. I'm off Fridays. I don't really play on Fridays. And then I have family coming into town. So I probably won't be playing it the first opening day and weekend. So I'll get it the following week if I get it the earliest. So Next question. Krebsy says, should a company be punished for not putting people in credits?
Yes.
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 I mean, I worked in the industry. You're only good as your last job, and it's not like a regular resume. Like, you can't just put something on the resume and be like, yeah, I worked, because I could put, I worked on this movie, and I worked on this movie, and I worked on, if you don't have the official credits, you haven't worked on shit. Okay, so if someone forgets to put your name on a credit, you have to make calls and be like, oh yeah, he worked on it, but it was underneath a different name and whatever else. Like, it's very important for the people that are working on projects for 4 fucking years that they get credit for the thing they worked on. So yes, I think they should get fined if they don't put it on there, because it's incompetence. And they usually give it to the lowest person on the totem pole. They give it to a PA that, hey, Timmy, you got to collect everyone's name that worked here. A couple people left. You have to find out who left and find out what they worked on. So put their name in the credit. They're like, okay. And they never do it. That's and then job. People, right? That's their job, and they don't do it. So yes, they should get penalized.
Yeah,
but that's just my opinion. Altered says, will the version of Fallout 76 on PlayStation 5 be 16 times the detail or just 8 times the detail? I mean, who knows? He could say it's 24 times the detail.
He might even say 24.
Could say 32, yeah. 32 times the detail.
He likes to do 8s. He might say it.
He might.
I
hope. I mean, look, if on the X, DC Universe Online looks 10 times better, right? So I would hope that when Fallout 76 gets a native actually on the consoles for 5 and PlayStation Series X, that it would look a shit ton better. But who knows?
I mean, I think everything's going everywhere now, right? I think it's over. Is this year the end of the whole back and forth? It's just that when a company releases a game, it's just everywhere now. That's just it. Is that or released on Xbox? Xbox releases a game, it's everywhere, but PlayStation's holding theirs close to the chest. Is that how we're doing this? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like this. It's like Xbox releases on their stuff and PC automatic, and then also on PlayStation, and PlayStation releases on its own, and then on PC a year later. Right? That's kind of like where we are. Right? Yeah. Xbox is everywhere. And PlayStation's on their own, and PC a year later. That's what we're doing.
Next question, Nate Dizzle says, do you think they leave Marvel PvE permanently? No. I think this is a timed event. Like they said, it'll stay because it's Halloween. Once it leaves, I think they maybe have other PvE events. So, for instance, let's say Secret Wars comes out on Disney Plus, or the movie comes out next year, Doomsday. Then they have PvE events that coordinate.
You know that's coming.
Coordinate with that type of stuff. I think there'll be a PvE event permanently in the game, but I don't believe it's this particular one. This one's going away, bye-bye, and it'll be back next year if they're still here next year. It'll come back next year for Halloween. What do you think, Sarge?
Yeah, I don't think that they want to. I think they're already having pressure to keep people in the game because of all the other games coming out, which we knew was going to happen. So we'll see what they do in order to draw attention back into Rivals.
Yeah. Anyway, which goes into the I think the next kind of question, which is from Krebsy. He says, does it concern you that Embark views Arc Raiders as a 10-year game after Destiny, Halo, etc. said the same thing? Yeah, I cringed when they said it. I was like, oof.
No such thing as a 10-year game.
I was like, don't say 10-year game. They if you want to say that internally to like the workers and stuff, cool.
That's fine.
Right? But don't come out in the public and say that, because if it's done in 2 years,
your expectations is way too high, bro.
Yeah, because now everyone's like, oh my god, what are they like?
What are they going to do?
Yeah, you might as well just say a roadmap then, and they don't let them do a roadmap, which is smart. I don't think they should do a roadmap, but yeah, it concerns me that they said 10 years.
Ooh, Haunted Forest, Eric. Yeah, don't bring up the bad blood, bro. Ooh.
Ray says, what are the Xbox games that you give a 9 out of 10 this generation 5 years?
9 out of 10? Not a lot.
9 out of 10 is like a perfect game.
Yeah,
I don't give perfect.
Which game? Let me ask you this question: which game that came out since the Xbox Series came out, the new series? Which game is made for it?
You're talking about first party titles. Is that what you're asking, Ray? Like first party generation? I'll give Forza Horizon 5. I'll give that a pretty good grade. I'll give that like an 8. That's a really good game for the system. It's sad that I have to think this hard for how many games came out that I remember first party.
What game came out that's made for this system?
I think Forza Horizon wasn't on the old system, was it? Could you play Forza Horizon 5 on Xbox One? Maybe you could. I don't know.
I don't consider a driving game as the cherry on the cheesecake here, bro.
Well, no, it's still a good game.
Sure, it's a good game, but not the quintessential. This is the reason why I bought an Xbox.
No, I didn't buy it for Forza Horizon. Yeah, no, third-party games. I mean, I've had a lot of fun with third-party games, but as far as first-party games,
I can't wait to see what kind of smoke they're going to blow up my ass to tell me why I need an Xbox, the next piece of hardware. I already smell it because I was reading up on it. They're talking about the chip in some kind of strange new way. It's going to be amazing.
You already have a television, Sarge. That's an Xbox. You have a toaster oven. That's an Xbox. You have a phone. That's an Xbox.
Yeah, no, I know.
Dark Taco says, "Have you tried Void Breaker?" I have not. Have you tried Void Breaker?
Void Breaker.
That's that ship game, isn't it?
Right.
That's the team-based ship game. Is that it, or is that's Space Jump?
There's two of them.
Or is that Wildgate? No, Wildgate's the co-op PvP. Void Breaker is another ship game, isn't it? Am I wrong?
Is that the other one? There's two of them.
I forget. There's so many. Yeah. No, I played Halo, and that wasn't a reason I bought
Halo
the Xbox. Hell, they don't even put it on the box anymore. They know that. I mean, you can like it, Mo, but
they cared so little about Halo, they took it off the fucking box, bro.
To put Starfield. Alexander says, "Will Bethesda cease to exist in the next decade?" No.
They got too many. They got too much shit in the pipeline.
Let's be honest. Like BioWare still exists, but they're not BioWare, right? Yeah. DICE still exists, but they're not DICE. Yeah. So Bethesda will exist, but it won't be the same Bethesda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Krebsy says, "How closely do you think Bungie is looking at Arc Raiders for Marathon? PvE has been good for Destiny and could be good for Marathon." I mean, you know where I stand on this. I think a lot of people that play PvP games are like, "You don't need a PvE game," like type of thing. Like they don't want a PvE mode. But let's be honest, PvP comes and goes because people are addicted to it. They want to play it, but then they get bored and they move on to something else. Where PvEers come in and they'll play that to grind the loot, grind the boards for the story, whatever it is. They'll play it longer because of that loop of grind of gear. Where the PvPers, they play so hard and then they weave off to go play another game super hard, right? Look at Destiny. Destiny has the same player base for 10 years. So everyone would love that, except Destiny can't keep the people there anymore because they keep running them away.
Yeah, but the reason for Destiny being Destiny was the gunplay, the way the gunplay was in the game,
and the story, and what you could do in the game.
You do remember it was a transition from Halo to Destiny, the same gunplay. Halo was good because of the gunplay, right? The movement and the gunplay transferred over to Destiny, and then the other mechanics within the movement and gunplay kept people in the game. Then it just became this dragging a corpse behind you. It's over. Move on to something else. But they wanted to milk it for everything they did, and they did. Now you think that you're going to transition to Marathon? You think Marathon's going to be the next thing that you're going to hold on to for X number of years? I don't believe so.
There was that article that they talked about that Arc Raiders watched to see how Marathon was doing, and they were glad that they did it first, so they didn't have to make the same mistakes. So I could see them looking at what Arc Raiders is doing because it's coming out way before Marathon is, and they could change it. They could change it to what, but then it's still first person though, right? It's still first person, so.
The time that they delayed it to the time they think they're going to come out, what is that? 6 months, 8 months? You think they're going to do a lot in 8 months? You know how the development cycle works. 6 months is nothing, bro.
Yeah,
fucking nothing.
Altered says, "How can an indie dev make games on Xbox when the dev kit is $2,000?" I think people are making way too big of a deal of this.
The company buys because that's part of the company cost.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with us as consumers. This is about a business, and business has to spend a shit ton of money to make a business, to make their money. A dev kit, they don't really need to buy a dev kit because the actual consoles themselves you can use to test your game out is a dev kit. So it's more of the license than I would think of anything else to make a game like for them. Like if you want to make games for Xbox, you have to pay this fee of $2,000, and that's part of the total cost of what it is. Yeah. So I think people are making too big of a deal of this because
we're talking about-
it's piling on shit on top of. Yeah,
Right. It's
Yeah.
just time for the dog pile. Well, don't forget,
Yeah.
2000 is a drop in the bucket when you're talking about the costs for games in the long run, right?
Yeah.
You should be getting you should be getting that dev kit 3 or 4 years before the system comes out, so you guys can be making games ready for that system, right? I think there's been some kind of lag in behind dev kits and what they, because remember, games used to come out that would use the actual hardware for what it was, and now we're getting games that come out that don't even use the hardware that they're in. It doesn't make sense, which means, did you not know that that's what was coming out, or you didn't get enough time to make it? Because usually by 2 or 3 years in of the gaming cycle, they know what the hardware can handle, and you're basing your development cycle and basing what you can do graphically on those numbers.
right.
So I don't understand why we keep getting half-ass games on our hardware. It doesn't make any sense to me, because that's not how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to use the hardware I paid for. You kept bragging about so many flops, right?
Yeah,
I don't
teraflops.
I don't see what you guys are
Flism
bragging about.
flosms.
I don't see what you guys are bragging about.
Altered says, "Have you tried Helldivers 2 update? Did you really improve things?" I have not tried it. I might play it after stream, off stream, but I haven't tried it yet.
The fucking no. Tempest was in the chat just a little while ago. He says like an hour update. He's got shitty internet, so
He's
maybe
got
like
shitty
half an
internet.
hour.
Yeah.
Half hour.
Yeah, mine will take 10 minutes. Krebsy says, "What's more, GTA 6 budget or the cost of Burj Khalifa or value? How do you say that? Is it Burj
Khalifa.
Burj Khalifa or value of Ubisoft? What's more, GTA's budget,
Burj
cost?"
Khalifa is the tallest building in the world. It's in Dubai, or is it the other one? Is it Dubai, or is it the other city in the Middle East? What the hell is the other one called? Dubai and
Is it in Dubai? Anyway, I'll say the GTA 6 budget. I'll say GTA 6 budget costs more.
no, I think the Burj Khalifa is a $1 billion building for sure.
$1 billion.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto is over $1 billion.
Is it?
Yeah.
I gotta look up the cost of Burj Khalifa. I'm pretty sure Burj Khalifa is more than GTA.
Hold on, let me look it up.
What's the other city, guys? What's the other city? There's Dubai and there's another one. The other city, the beautiful city in the Middle East. I can't remember the name of
Burj Khalifa. Okay, estimated construction of Burj Khalifa is $1.5 billion.
Yeah.
Okay, cost of GTA 6. Final price of GTA 6 has not been announced, but analysts predict that it costs between 70 and 100. No, there's no fucking way. It's way more than that. I heard it's up already to just like 600 to 700 million, and that's the last time we heard about it. So I don't know where.
But then you have to double it because of the marketing and everything else. So
Well, 700 would be 1.4. Yeah,
so
1.4.
So the Burj Khalifa is the same cost as GTA 6. It's fucking madness, bro. That's madness. On a level we can't even comprehend at this point.
That's funny.
Like
Next one says,
nobody has any concept of money anymore. It's just numbers now. Absurd.
You hold the Xbox next to the tower and say these cost the same. Right? Like that'd be a good picture. Yeah.
Absurd.
Eric Jones says, if you were made to play one of these two games, NBA 2K or Madden, which would it be? If it were made to play, I have good memories of the basketball games back in the day. I used to like the basketball games, but I also had good times playing the football games. Right now, I hate playing both of these things. So is it today? Like, if I had to, gun to my head,
What's my incentive?
what kind of microtransactions and loot boxes am I getting? No, NBA 2K or Madden football.
I have to play it. For how long?
I think I would have to go with Madden football.
No, NBA 2K.
Yeah, I would go. No. Once
that.
you see the advertisements in NBA 2K, you're out. You'd be like, "Fuck this shit! I'm not playing."
I have to play it.
Yeah, but
tell me I have to play it.
You would play with your eyes closed or something. You'd be so angry.
NBA 2K.
Yeah, Madden, I would play. I would play Madden just because I get to play my team. You know what I mean? Like whatever.
I'd go to the corner and go for 3. Go to the corner, go for 3.
Top of the thing. Yeah, top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today, 1,000 bright dust. Oh, that's it. That's all I needed.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the The bribe is 1,000 bright dust. Like you got the balls come up to me, try to insult me, finger me, and then
1,200.
1,000 bright dust. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, it was 1,000. It wasn't even 1,200. It was 1,000.
What? It's like $10, $8.50. What the fuck?
Yeah,
is that?
it's something like that. Yeah.
A fucking joke, bro.
Alexander Smith says, if the ROG Ally X fails, do you see Xbox changing strategies? It doesn't matter if they...
Yeah. Define fail.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if it fails because it's not their box. They didn't make it. They just teamed up with Asus.
Define fail.
Right? I mean, fail. I would think if it sold less than 4 million in its life, so it would be a failure.
So you think that it would have to sell double digits to be...
No, not even close. No, the best handheld right now on the market besides Nintendo, like an actual handheld PC, it's like 5 million, 6 million.
So that if you sold 4 or 5 million, that'd be okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So if it's under 4, it'd be a failure.
But that doesn't sound like any credible number of anything. 5 million units of a handheld, big fucking deal.
Here, Steam Deck sales, I think, are approximately 6 million units. Estimate places total around 8 million units. So that's the number one selling handheld right now on the market.
The strategy for Xbox is to get everybody who plays video games to buy Game Pass. That is their strategy. They want you to pay for a service to play video games.
I don't know
on whatever hardware you have. That's what they want.
I don't know if you know this. The same Tan guy that was right about the other stuff before predicted this 7 years ago when I said their strategy is Game Pass, and everybody told me this fucking guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
No.
Everybody told me when I was on Lono's podcast that this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah,
Never going to happen.
I remember that.
Well, here we fucking are. Like, here we are.
Something's in my eye.
Yeah, never going to happen.
In my eye.
Well, here we are, never. Big Mo says, member for 32 months. Thank you very much for 32 months, Mo. Sarge, I'm the problem in getting it, but shout out to you both. Game Pass is still the best deal in gaming. There you go.
He's saying that when the $1,200,
he'll get it. Yeah, well, yeah.
I got it.
Well, they know people are going to do that. They know people are keeping up with the Joneses, not Eric Jones or Robert Jones, but keeping up with the Joneses. Okay, people buy a small percentage, buy the new TV, the new projector, the new cell phone, the new car. Right? These people are always going to buy it. That's baked into the algorithm when they're like $1,000, we're going to get 2%, 5%. Those are those people. How do we get everybody else? Well, everybody else is we get it off the television set or off the cell phone or whatever else.
But all these conversations that we're having, right? Everything we're talking about for this industry, everyone's talking like this. We're all talking about all the stuff that we're talking about like this because the ones that matter, the market share that matters right now isn't Xbox or Sony.
Yeah.
Okay. It's mobile, right? That's where the money is being made.
Well, not even mobile.
Market.
It's not just, when you say mobile, everyone thinks you're meaning just this, right? They're putting it on all devices.
No, I'm talking about the mobile market, period.
They're just wanting to get you on a subscription service and play it where you want.
The amount of money that people are making on consoles, PCs, and the subscription models for those items are nothing compared to the mobile market.
Right.
We don't discuss it.
Oh, yeah.
This room doesn't
it's like
really
10 times smaller.
I'm sure we play mobile games a little bit, but we're not living the mobile life. Like, we don't play mobile games, right?
No.
The mobile market,
your kids, young teenagers, young adults, they all play on. Yeah,
trumps it all of it. The amount of money, but between Candy Crush and Clash and the rest of these games that come out, $1 here, $2 here, $1 here, gotcha game, bro. The amount of money they're making is off the fucking chain, dude. Out, not even on the same planet. The amount of money they're making.
And that is the last question. That was the last question.
That too. Absolutely. Now they're going to have AI girlfriends on your mobile? Please. You guys are going to be fucking broke. Broke. They're going to come out with an anime girlfriend on your phone. You guys are going to go fucking broke. It's going to be like a cocaine habit.
Soy boy market. Yeah, that's exactly right.
And that's how we're going to bring back Betamax, bro. I thought about it. Instead of Betamax being the videotape player, Betamax is the soy boy who gives everything for bullshit. Betamax.
Yeah.
Betamax. Yes.
It's good. You came out with two good ones. No Man Time. I like that.
No Man's Time, bro.
No Man's Time. And now
that game, bro.
And now Betamax.
It's so overwhelming that I can't even think about it.
These are two shirts right here. These are two new shirts. No Man's Time.
Still waiting for the other shirt I ordered. Is it coming?
Well, it's coming. I'm not shipping it. I didn't make it in my house.
China? Is it coming from China?
I don't know where Spring Tea
there
is.
A guy in Oklahoma that wants my money? I think there's a guy in Oklahoma that wants my money.
Where's Spring Tea out of? Spring Tea.
Spring Tea is that? It sounds American, but it ain't. Yeah. It's from Thailand.
Spring Tea.
It's from Thailand. I know it.
It's probably. I have no idea where.
It's Burma. They have an American name. Make it sound like
they're from California, so it might take some time. California is like a third world country now, so
it is. They have to pay tariffs against themselves. Yeah. When they ship a product out from California to somebody else in California, they have to pay a tariff because it's not from the same country.
Yeah, it's got to cross the border from. Yeah. They butt up to the side. They can't cross the border. They actually have to pull up to the thing, and they go ass to ass.
That sounds sad, Solemn. It just sounds sad, dude.
Argus says, I already have an online friend who's fully invested in some fantasy anime style AI that lets him role play any lifestyle and all kinds of female characters, is also in a relationship and have, cool.
Just sounds sad, dude.
California. Hey, God, I've never heard that one. That's a good one.
That's
I've heard that.
Bro. It's facts now.
I used to love California. I used to love it. Oh, well. All right. Episode 462 is in the can. We do appreciate you very much for coming out and hanging out with us each and every single week. If you like it, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you'd like to go above and beyond that. Become a member as little as $5. If you guys would like to listen to some of the music I've created, I got a bunch of different songs. You can hit that QR code right up there. We do have an album. It's called Perk Up and Press Play. And there's also singles on the Spotify as well. iHeart, Pandora, Apple, iTunes, or Apple Music, iTunes, all the places where you can listen to music on the streaming service to help us out here. You can either purchase the album, you can stream the album, you can download the album, you can do whatever. All right. We do appreciate you very much. Check us out. Check out the past broadcast as well over on Spotify, Anchor.fm, and anywhere else a podcast is listened to. We do appreciate you very much for coming out and hanging out with us each and every single week. We'll be back next week for the 30th. And then, I think our next time off is like Thanksgiving time.
Are you playing a new song for the outro?
I don't have anything. I don't think I have anything downloaded.
I'll see you next week then.
Let me see. Do I have a?
That's fine.
I have Pete Carson. I have the Golden Parachute. I've stopped buying Broken Buggy games. We can end with that.
That's your anthem.
I love that song. I made one about Call of Duty. I really like the Call of Duty one. It's called Call of Duty. You lost your call, right? It's awesome because then if you lose the call, it's just duty. Yeah,
it's a dad joke, bro.
It's good stuff.
It's a dad joke.
It's good stuff though. Other than that, like I said, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Game on, guys.
Retro meets the now and here. Gaming tales you need to hear. Laugh and shout and sometimes sneer. Memories from all those years. Console wars and secret tips. Tips and tricks from pixel trips. News that pours from gaming sips. Critical